Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, I have officially decided that I'm going to play Victor at Singapore. There are no more changes. There's no more hero speculation. We're playing the horse, and that's freaking that. That's what's going on. That's where we're at, so you guys are in the know what's going on. Also, tonight, if my mic sounds a little weird or I sound loud or low, let me know. I don't know, my mic sounded weird the other day, so let me know if it sounds weird or off or anything like that. So, I don't know. We're playing the horse. I had a long conversation with Carly the other night, and I decided that I thought the horse was a good pick because it has a pretty good matchup spread, a couple of unfavored matchups, but it has a good matchup spread across most of the metagame. I really enjoy Guardian, and also Victor was the first hero that I ever got LL points on, so we're playing Victor. We're bringing it home with the horse. That's going to be the plan. When y'all see me holding the big check on Sunday in Singapore, remember this moment. I'm just kidding. It's very improbable that's me, but we'll see what happens. Liam, Eben, Mekado, Dylan, Jay, Dave, Wally, Joey, Rose. What is up, everybody? Guys, thanks for being here and hanging out. Appreciate it. By the power of Victor. That's right. That's right. One of the Nats did have a lot of Victor floating around. I know there was almost a Victor in top 8 of UK Nats. Actually, when we're going to talk about my list here in just a little bit, one of the victors that did well at UK Nationals has had a lot of influence over some of the cards that I'm playing and some of the things that we're trying tonight. Their name is Liam Hold'em, comma, champion of the people, I've been told. So Liam, thanks for doing well at Nats, man. Congrats, by the way. Hate to hear you lost your winning in the top 8, but still a good run, man. So yeah, we know a thing or two about losing win-ins around here. Anyway, I was able to get Liam's list via Thomas, who does the codex journals. And I was told that, Thomas told me that he had no problem with me shouting Liam out and that Liam would be pretty happy to hear about it. So yeah, Liam, if you end up watching this, man, just know you have had a good amount of influence on the deck that we're playing tonight and where I'm going to start my testing for Singapore, really. So just be aware of that, man. Congrats on your run, dude. Congrats on your run. Hey, Ben, what's up, dude? Singapore's this weekend? No, Singapore is July the 19th or 17th or something like that. It's right before my mom's birthday. Tomorrow's Canada Day, so no work. Yo, Liam, let's go, dude. UK Nats guy is local to me. The one and only Liam Holden. Let's go, dude. You love to see it, Dave. You love to see it. Watching on my phone because there was a car accident near my house, so I lost power and internet. Yo, dude, I'm sorry to hear that there was a car wreck. Hope everybody's okay. Also, hate to hear that you're out of power and internet. I know that sucks. So, one of the Nats had a Victor win. That one also, I think, had 3 or 4 victors in the top 8, including the one who won. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, 100%. We're on Victor, Chris. We're on Victor. I got tired of losing the tar pit trap. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Ian? How are you, brother? Let's see. Wasn't the title of last Monday? No, it was not locked in on Syndra. Listen, here's what I'm going to tell you, and you guys can clip this. You can quote me on it. I'm not changing decks anymore. We're locked in. We're playing Victor. I don't care if something happens and Victor's unfreaking playable the day before I leave for Singapore. We're playing Victor. Speaking of that, I need a rainbow full of tectonic plating. I've lost a few games to Tar Pit Trap playing Syndra, Chris. A few games. Holden's only downfall is he's not an Acilio lover, but we can't all be perfect. Listen at Dave, bro. Listen at Dave. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Annabelle? All right, transitioning here just a little bit. There are no changes in Classic Constructed per the BNR announcement today. So I wanted to talk about that. I think there were some people who were calling for some bans. I didn't really think there was going to be any bans. Gravy Bones seems fine, but not like too broken or anything like that. So I didn't really think there would be any bans or any reason to hit anything in CC. Like, there's nothing that really seems overpowered. Like, there's a lot of different decks winning Nationals events. So I think that's pretty cool. And honestly, really like to see it. So I was not expecting a change. Oh, also, I can see I forgot to turn this back on. We'll fix this right now while we're sitting here. Outline, there it is. But yeah, so there's no changes to CC, which honestly, I think is fine. I think there not being any changes is actually, like, pretty good for the meta. I think that, like, overall, the CC meta is pretty good, and I like to see it. So we are on tectonic plating. Chris said my favorite trap. How are you going to deal with Gravy Bones? We've got a sideboard plan. where I have like set up the sideboard in a way that I think is pretty, like, it makes it okay. Gravy Bones is not as bad as everybody thinks. I'm fully convinced of that. I think that Gravy Bones is actually like not that bad for Victor. It's slightly unfavored, don't get me wrong, and if they high roll, they high roll, but I think it's not as bad as everybody thinks it is. So we're going to go in with a game plan for the event, and that's really what matters, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so right now, this is the list that I'm working with. There are a couple of changes and one thing that I want to try. I want to play Tectonic Plating at all times. I'm no longer on Tunic. We're going to try just Tech Plating tonight to see how it feels. I have no idea if that's correct or not, but we're going to try it and we're going to see how it feels. We're going to see what happens. Meta is great right now. Good spread in national wins. Completely agree. How's your Verdance matchup? I mean, again, Verdance is unfavored because it's a wizard, but we're trying some things to see how it feels. We got a couple weeks to figure out what we're going to sideboard and how it's going to go. Okay, so looking at this, I like having Tectonic Plating as the only card on the list. I don't know if that's correct. I've been on Tunic for a long time. It works really well with Pummels, which you guys know I'm on 3 of. So I am not like I don't know, Tectonic Plating can be weird, but we're going to see if we can pull it all together. The other thing that is different about my list is I have gone back to 33 blues. This is where we're like, this is really the second piece where we're really starting to say, where we're really starting to see like the influence that Liam has had on the list. So I went back to 33 blues and we're on blue buckling blows. Admittedly, I'm not a fan of buckling blow, but I think that 33 blues adds a lot of consistency to our deck. And I think it gives us like better chances of not bricking into like certain like other like matchups like Verdance per se, or like other matchups where we need to try and keep tempo. Having more blues means that we can always pitch to Arcane. We can probably always block pretty efficiently. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. And then the Tectonic Plating is also like kind of like a Liam special here. He was only on Tectonic Plating in his list, so I'm curious to see how that feels tonight as we go through the games. Okay. I am back on Anothos. I think Anothos is awesome. I love Anothos. I really like Anothos. I think it's good. I don't want to play Sledge because we're not on Tunic, so I think that Anothos is a better place to be. I am going to try AB3 tonight. We're going to be playing Boots, Gloves, Hood, and I'm going to play Big Hammer into Verdance if we ever play against it. I'm also on 2 copies of Oasis Respite right now. I'm trying this to see how it feels. I want to see if this is worth it or not. Liam was on AB2 and 2 copies of Oasis Respite. So in the interest of trying to see how it works, I'm going to play AB3 with more blues, and I'm going to play 2 copies of Respite. The other thing that this does is it might give us a like chance into Kanos, because Kanos are no longer like playing the defense reactions. They're no longer pitch stacking us. They're no longer trying to like set up this whole thing and do everything. So we're going to try it and see how it feels. I'm curious to know if there is a world where like this can be good enough for us. I'm not reading all the chat messages right now because I'm explaining some of the things that we're doing. I'm sure that somebody is like, a couple people probably asked why we're playing Respite without Tunic. Now, I'm trying multiple things here. If Respite ends up staying in the deck consistently, there is a world where we potentially cut the 3rd pummel and we play Tunic. So that when we're boarding that in, we can go into having Hood, Gloves, and Boots, and we can have Tunic to be able to play the Respite with and also help with some extra damage. So that's kind of the idea behind what we're doing tonight. That's what I'm looking for. That's kind of what I'm hoping to like try and get out of the deck. I've also noticed that when we're not playing 3 out muscle, I have a much cleaner sideboard to like work with and like try to transition in cards that I think block better and work better in specific matchups. So it's overall made things a little bit cleaner by playing those extra 3 blues and by like just like, you know, cleaning up our sideboard by getting rid of some of the excuse me, by getting rid of some of the extra going in cards. A couple people asked about arcane compliance. So when we talk about arcane compliance, arcane compliance like is really good in a Kano, but arcane compliance is not that good in Verdance. It can be okay and it can be fine. So maybe it's like a decent one of to have like in the sideboard or something, because you can just like randomly get stuff like that. but very rarely are you actually going to be able to get them with the Arcane Compliance. It doesn't work out very often, in my opinion. It does force Verdance to play a little bit differently, and if they're on like the Surge and Aethertide build, it does like take away some of that big like flexibility of that big combo turn that they're really looking for. But overall, I think that like Arcane Compliance does not do enough in the matchups we want it in, so I'm not a big fan. Fatigue Blaze 96. I don't know about that, King. Yeah, so Oasis without Tunic is so clunky. I agree. I completely agree, Garden. I think that Oasis without Tunic is very, very it's a greedier thing to do. But right now I'm trying to get an idea of will AB3 and Respite work, and if we're having to pitch extra cards for it, we're having to pitch extra cards for it. So that's the idea. That's what we're working with tonight. We're going to be jamming games, and we're going to see what's going on. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what's going on. If you guys want to hang out and help me test tonight, you're more than welcome to. Be happy to take games and play against you guys all night. I'm just looking to try and get reps in leading up to Singapore. So on Acilio, almost win but lost to Arcane Compliance. That can happen to Acilio. I agree. It's not a bad card against Acilio. I think this is a go first matchup, and we're going to try and prevent this. All right, I got to look at my gravy sideboard because honestly, I don't remember what exactly we're running, but I know that I have a plan for it over here. G. All right, so we are on Big Hammer. We're on Big Hammer. We're on Crown of Providence, and we're just going to play it like this. Let's see. We are on Chokeslams. We are on Crush the Week. We are on E-Strike. We are not on Respite. We are not on the Third Pummel. We're not on Sink Belows. We're on Zealous, and we're going to cut our Trounces. I don't know if cutting our Trounces is the best thing in the world. Oh, they just said, let's go. All right, let's do it. So going first seems like it could be a pretty good play for us. I think that just like making a Surge and throwing the Hammer is perfectly fine here. It gives us a chance to like, you know, maybe try and potentially like pressure them a little bit here. They could have like a very clunky hand with a lot of cards that don't block well. Not sure. Yeah, so they're immediately just giving up 3 cards here. Now, to be fair, those are 3 good cards that I'm kind of happy to get out of there pretty early. Got back from my Nats earlier today, repping the Golden Sun himself. Yo, let's go. Peta, how'd it go? How did your Nats go? Repping Golden Sun. Have you tried 9 Clash of Might and leaning super heavy into Clash? That doesn't help us into our problem matchups is my biggest concern. That just does not help us into our problematic matchups. That's like my biggest concern. Hey, Dalos. Yeah, sorry. We're off Kasai. I honestly, I played Kasai a whole bunch and I tried it. And I was not enjoying it. Like, it was so okay. Just was not a deck that I was enjoying. Killing the Limpet is a big deal. Like, Rigor Mortis is fine, but killing the Limpet is a very big deal. We definitely want to get this thing off the board. I think we'll just block here. This seems perfectly fine with me. We'll just block. We're trying to stay ahead here, trying to keep some life up. If we draw a hand that pressures well, we can try to like throw some pressure to the board, but otherwise we'll probably just be like trying to keep the board clear here. I mean, honestly, I think this is just pitch the Chokeslam, and then we're just gonna hammer the Limpet here. Getting this off the board is fine. I'm not a big fan of having this card on the board. Rather just go ahead and clear it off. We just pitched 2 blues, so we're going to go to our red to the bottom first so that we have 4 cards into our pitch stack. Pretty good hand here. We can block 6 pretty effectively here, make a new Surge, and then kill something pretty large with the Crush the Week if we need to. 14th at Nats, so pretty happy with that. Yo, 14th is pretty awesome. You're not as mid-Blaze 96 as you thought. Yo, let's go, Martin. You were looking at were heavy hitters? That's fair. I did not try KO. I did not try KO. But I hadn't considered that 2 out of the 3 of them were actually ironically enough from heavy hitters. That is pretty funny. They discard a card and they make a gold token. I'm thinking we're just gonna block Crush the Weak, Thunk, and like Tech Plating here, just as a way to cover this up. Like, this seems fine to me. And then we can just make a surge here. I mean, we could leave this in play and just throw Spinal Crush at them, I think. Like, which is not like a bad line to take. They do have 2 allies in their graveyard that are pretty good that they can put into play at any time, so... I got high rolled out of Battle Hard in Houston by a KO that played 2 Blood Rush Bellows and 2 Tear Limb from Limb into Swing Big for 17. That's crazy, dude. That is very unfortunate, Death. That is very unfortunate, brother. Alright, get the Spinal Crush off the board. This looks to be a pretty good hand here, and we even have the Test of Strength. Hopefully the Test of Strength rips us into something pretty good here. Would like to be able to win this clash. Winning with a Spinal Crush feels pretty good. Right now, we are set up to block with this Spinal Crush and then go 5 go again into... we can go 5 go again into the Spinal Crush in our arsenal, which is honestly not bad. For 1, yeah, I think we'll just take 1. I think that's fine. Like, I'm okay to just, like, let 1 damage leak through here. That seems pretty okay to me. Why is there 2 floating? I don't understand the point of activating this. I mean, I'm not going to give them a gold. Like, we're just going to block 6 here. I do think it's going to be blocked with Spinal Crush and Buckling Blow, and then we'll probably just go ahead and kill the Sawbones here. I really don't want to give up a bunch of equipment for this. I would rather save my equipment for something more important, and keeping the Zealous Belting in our deck is fine. We are back on Victor. We are back on Victor. I also thought it was going to be CNC there, Garden as well. I have a box tourney every week in July at my local store. What deck should I play out of Kasai, Riptide Acilio, or Nimby Bolton? I think that between those, you're probably looking at Kasai or Acilio, are probably 2 of your best choices there. That's what I would say. This has been a weird game. I don't really want to try and fatigue them. Like, that is not the objective of what I'm going for here during this game, but, I mean, it's how I'll play it out if I have to. Well, we can't just keep 1 card here. I mean, I guess we've kept 2 cards like almost every single turn, so they discarded a Whaler Humperdinck, and then it's Golden Tipple into discard Rigor Mortis. We'll just go ahead and block here again. Hopefully we get a win off the clash. We do, which is pretty nice. This means we have the ability to block with E-Strike and Crush the Weak. Actually, we'll probably block E-Strike and Pummel, depending on what they throw at us here. Just kind of depends on what they throw at us. Do I want to give up my Crown of Providence here? Like, we could block E-Strike and the Crown of Providence to sink this to the bottom. We block E-Strike and Crown of Providence here. I mean, they made it gold. They should activate that, right? We also have a hand that blocks pretty efficiently here. I could just block 8 from hand. I don't think that's correct, though. I think this is fine because we can take 3. We did not hit a blue. That feels bad. That feels pretty bad, dude. Yeah, 5 cards and no blues. Tough. Hey, let's go. Ben with 22 months of big support. Yo, Ben, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a whole bunch, man. It means a lot, Ben. My man said warm-up game. Dude, that's right. We're a warm-up game right now. I mean, to be fair, like, this game's not going that badly for us so far, so... create a gold token? I mean, sure. So they're going to put Rigor Mortis into play. They're going to activate the hook and then attack for 6 go again. Do they have another ally that costs 0? So I think we're gonna take 3 here. I'm gonna go E-Strike on the Rigor Mortis, and we'll Arsenal to Crush the Weak. Or maybe I'm just not supposed to Arsenal here. I don't know. I kind of like having this for whenever they inevitably put the Whaler Humperdinck into play, which I think is fine. Yeah, no, I agree. We have to take some damage to be able to clear the stuff here, but we want to be careful about where our life total sits, because the longer the game goes on, the better this is going to get. And they already have 6 golds, which is pretty tough. I mean, they had no way of knowing that we were going to rip 5 reds in a row, right? I don't think that is a go to 31 kind of hand. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I picked go again on accident just because I wasn't picking, but just because it didn't matter, but there's always a consideration to just hitting face. I think that if we sit around and do nothing long enough, we will eventually lose the game. So we do have to be careful about that for sure. But I'm trying to play this as carefully as I can right now, trying to wait for a bigger, better turn to try and set up and get aggressive here. So depending on what this turn looks like, we could be looking at block Test of Strength into I don't know, maybe trying to set up the Rouse and Arsenal. Or maybe trying to Greed Monster into the Rouse here. I don't know. I agree. They should have run out the Limpet there. I don't know why they didn't. That had go again and they were able to. I kind of thought they would, to be honest, but I kind of thought they would, to be honest. I mean, it's they can do quite a few things here. Put Rigor Mortis into play. They can't crack the Rum because they've used their hero ability already, and they have to tap this. I think this is just block Test of Strength, right? I want to set up these Might tokens and potentially try to hit them with something. I don't like Blow for a Blow. I think the 2 cost hurts us a lot, honestly. Stop with the government name? Yo. I actually don't like Midas Touch in the gravy, if I'm being honest, Garden. Is there any world we just want to leave the Rigor Mortis in play? Is there any world that we care about actually killing this? That feels pretty good. Swing Command and Conquer at them. Maybe I'm supposed to not make a Surge and play this out. What does this even do? Huh, interesting. It's a pretty decent headpiece. I would just kick Gravy's Undead Teeth in. I mean, to be fair, some people are firm believers that just attacking Gravy is the way to go. Some people are firm believers in that. This hand's looking pretty good. This hand's looking pretty good. I mean, we can block 6 and get pretty aggressive here if we need to. Also, kind of depends on what they put into play. Chum is a little bit of a problem. Batter to a Pulp is pretty good. Do I run any of the the PQ Guardian promo cards? You talking about Batter to a Pulp? I do not have them in the list currently, Michael, but I did just a couple of weeks ago. And the rest are must kills. So which ones would you say we can ignore? Which ones do we feel like we can ignore? Because I agree, there are some of them we can ignore. We're just taking 2 here. We're going to pitch the Richest of Chopeldani to visit Goldman Estate, and we're going to go from there. Like, these couple of turns are going to be a lot of go again. I don't think you can kill Chum, or Oyston. I mean, I think Oyston has to stay on the board. Or did I ask which ones you can ignore, or which ones you kill? Rigor Mortis is the most ignorable one. Have I tried blue Sink Below? What? Why would I play blue Sink Below? Am I missing something? Now, if this is like into like Command and Conquer or whatever, the CNC, like that's a big problem for us. Okay. I mean, we're probably just taking 6 here, right? I could block and then attack them, but I think the visit Goldman Estate's like a good way. For fun? Gotcha. Swabby, Anker, Rigor Mortis, and Oyston you could ignore. Chum, Whaler, Limpet, Sawbones, those need to go. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think that makes a lot of sense. So our Surge pops. Hopefully we draw a Go Again card. That would be cool. Guess it wouldn't have been the most effective thing in the world for us to do, though. So I think, like, this is, like, even though we're wasting the Might tokens, I think we have to kill the Limpet here. Like, killing the Limpet seems like a little bit too important right now. We would only be throwing... Like, this would be for 10 down here, which could be good, but... I don't know. Like, I think we do need to kill this, though. I think killing this is fine. Any chance I can convert you to my performance bonus sideboard agenda? Maybe. Maybe. Like, it depends on... It honestly depends on how much I struggle with Gravy over the course of this week with the deck that I'm currently playing. Okay. Dead Threads into Hook. Well, we're not going to let the hook hit. What are the odds I'm supposed to give up flexors here? Like, what are the odds that we're just using our blue to give up flexors, and then we're going to block Command and Conquer and something else? Feels a little greedy to give up flexors here. We can wait for a better flexors turn, I think. They have not turned on their hero power yet, which is kind of nice. Okay. Well, we would be getting a lot of value out of our flexors so far this turn. I mean, to be fair, it would be 3 total value out of 1 card, which is, like, fine, I guess. Yeah, so they clear the board, and then they'll probably put Chum into play. I mean, I can take 6 here, go to 15, and then it would be 8 go again into Command and Conquer. I don't know. Does Spinal Crush make their allies no go again? Yes, it does. It does. I could also block 3, and then I could go E-Strike at them for 8, and then we could throw Crush the Weak at them. It would be a 15-point turn in total. Like, this feels like one of those hands we're supposed to go with upstairs, but, like, going down to 15 feels pretty scary to me. I feel like I'm really saving the Crush the Weak for when we're trying to line up For when we're trying to like line up getting rid of one of the Whaler Humperdinks or something. I don't know. This game does not feel like it's going very well. Like, maybe you need the trounces in this matchup. So, now I will. Sorry, opponent. I'd like to activate Tectonic Plating and then do this. Now, this would be a pretty good turn to, like, have Midas Touch available to us, but I don't know. This matchup is very hard. I agree. This matchup is tough, and, like, you have to have a lot of, like, patience, and, like, I feel like you have to really understand your role and where you're supposed to be at in this whole matchup. And I don't think that's an easy question to answer. Like, I don't think that's a very easy question to answer. I mean, oh, they want to undo? Okay. I mean, they knew the top card of their deck, so, like, why not, right? Sure. If you want to send Swell at me, that's fine. Like, just send me the bill for that one, that's fine. Gonna refresh here. I mean, look at his gold. Doesn't matter if he has much more. I don't know. I will say this. I'm telling you, like, Sam on the card, guys, I watched him absolutely just, like, in-game, like, have the, like, most insane in-game against Chris Iali ever, who was playing, Chris Iali was playing Victor at US Nationals, because Midas Touch just stacked up gold, and Sam was able to pitch stack and just, like, win the game. And it was insane. It was absolutely insane. I mean, Batter to a Pulp is, like, not a bad card. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just trying to win without it. Yeah, until they draw their whole deck. I agree. Like, and this turn is a great example. Like, they're about to do a lot of damage this turn cycle. Like, we blocked the first one, but this we're gonna take. Maybe this is a, I don't know, maybe this is a Flexer's turn. I mean, they just keep drawing cards. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, my opponent's just gonna, like, churn through their deck here because they can. I absolutely love when people Midas touch me. I cracked 11 gold in one turn and went nuts. Yeah, see, and that's the problem. If you're playing Midas Touch, it is to beat the Prism loop. That is all it's there for. That is what it's there for. And I just think that if you think it's there for anything else, that, like, you're lying to yourself. If it's... Are they just going to go 6 into 6? I mean, I don't think... Did they draw a card there to draw the extra blue to be able to go 11 into 6? Wait, what? I don't understand what my opponent's saying here. I effing use rum and use gold where I intended to use rum on Whaler. I think my opponent's saying that they wanted to use the rum and then attack me for 11 go again, is what they're saying. Do they not have go again now? No, this still has go again. Like, I don't... Your next action this turn gets go again? I don't... He did not? Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to work. your next action this turn gets go again. Yeah, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. Like, I would rather like play the better game that we can here. We have to keep the choke slam here. Like, so I can block 5, take 6, go to 6, and then the rigor mortis off the dead threads. Because otherwise I don't have a way to kill the Whaler Humperdinck here. Like, I need the choke slam. I guess I just need 1 card to be able to throw the choke slam, like 2 cards here. So I don't know. Yeah, we have to keep choke slam in a blue, which is very unfortunate. So if I block 6, I take 5. Yeah, I mean, this is Whaler Humperdinck number 1. Yep, so it's dead threads into rigor mortis. And I think from here, just in order to like even stay in the game, we just have to go to 1 and hope it works out. So the problem that I feel like I've like one of the issues with this match is, and like I feel this way about every deck I play into this deck. If you go first, like they just get all the tempo. If you go second, they get to just add like 2 or 3 things to the board. And so like there's no right option here. There's no right answer. Which, I don't know, it just kind of feels weird sometimes. Like it just doesn't really feel like there's a good answer here for what we're looking for. And the problem is like they've only played 1 of the like CNCs or whatever it's called. Like 1, right? Yeah, they've only played 1. Which means there is 2 more in this deck somewhere that they're going to have the ability to like pressure this into an ally, and then we're dead. Why a Nothos and not Titan's Fist? Because I want to try a Nothos into this matchup and see how it works. So like this turn right here is like the example. And then all they have to do is send the rigor mortis for 5 or for 6 and we're just dead. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like this game started well and it was like fine for a few turns, and then like we just didn't draw any go again early on. And so like we weren't able to like really do anything. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and like there was still like a lot of powerful cards in their deck. I guess that was actually the last Command and Conquer boat. But it didn't matter. Like, their second cycle is so much more powerful than their first, in my opinion, just because of all of the crazy, dumb things they're able to do with, like, having all the blues in their hand. So, like, I know Batter to a Pulp works in my deck. Like, I know that if we just take the sideboard of our deck. So, like, let's... Like, if this matchup is honestly this tough, then what we do is, like, we just cut Sink Belows or something like that, and we just jam in 3 Batter to a Pulps in the side. And then from there, we have more tech in this matchup to try and help us out and to try to set everything up and like get the ball rolling a little bit. And so like that's how we have to think about this. I want to know if this matchup can be done consistently without having Batter to a Pulp in our deck. We did get let's see, we got the loss. Was looking at the game above that and was just reading what was there. So we lost this game. Excuse me. We on the right one? Am I on Victor? I am on Victor. All right, so we lost this game. Game started out okay, but fell apart in the mid game. Wasn't able to block and keep up the pressure. I feel like that's like the best note there, because like if I've learned anything about this matchup is that if you just say like no blocks the entire game, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Yeah, I'm down for a Slippy game for sure. Yeah, let's do it, Chris. Here, let me make a game and I'll send it to you really quick, and I'll just shoot you the link and we can play Slippy, because that sounds like fun. I haven't really played against a ton of Slippy with this deck, so should be interesting. Let's see. There you are, Chris. All right, Chris, I just sent you the game, so you should have it, unless I'm thinking of a different Chris. And we'll try this out and see how it goes. Also, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate y'all chilling over here. Bro, just draw good. I mean, honestly, that's like the answer, right? Like, just draw better, forehead. Yeah, I know, right? I think early you have to try and ignore some of the allies and hit the face so they have less to set up with when they defend. Or you gain a life lead when they don't. Or you gain a life lead when they don't. I'm not sure what you're saying. I mean, I understand like going up top. I get what you're saying. Like going upstairs makes sense. All right, let's go. Good luck and have fun, Chris. All right, let's go ahead and fill out our log here. Looks like we're going first, unfortunately. We are going first against Slippy. Let's see what our sideboard plan is here. Into Slippy. We are on this equipment setup. We are on, I believe we're on Choke Slams. We're on Crush the Week. And we're on Sink Below. Yep, that is our game plan. Sink Below, Crush the Week, and Choke Slam. And we're just going to try to get some value out of our good cards here. Gold Mana State on the first turn of the game is always like PogChamp. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Drawing another blue is not the best thing in the world. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and make a Seismic Surge. And then we're going to throw the Debilitate here for 6. Chris said turn 1 with an exclamation point. And I was like, yeah, it's a pretty good start for me. It's a pretty good start for me. So we'll just throw 6 here. I didn't listen to Vero at all. Honestly, I try not to listen to Vero if I can help it. Try not to, because he's either talking shit about me or like saying something to troll me. So I just try to tune Vero out whenever I can help it. All right, so we have a pretty decent hand here. And when I say that, I mean like in the sense of like we're able to like block efficiently. If we need to, we can give up the Test of Strength to Spinal Crush and try to throw the Crush the Week here. Daddy's money on turn 1's pretty good. Compass should have only been go again on the first ally you attack with. Would be unwinnable. Like Gravy would be unplayable if that was the case, right? Like would actually just be unplayable if that was the case. I think I'm pretty willing to just like give up the Spinal Crush here. Like Infect is Infect. It's not the end of the world. I'm almost honestly tempted to just take 5 here and block something else, but this is fine. I mean, if I have this left in my hand, it's not the end of the world, right? Because I can just pitch it and throw this for 12. Have I tried Performance Bonus? No, I have not. I've genuinely not tried this card. It just seems so, like, I don't know, like extra medium is what I would say. It seems so extra medium to me. Like, it could be really good, and, like, maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Yeah, we'll target ourselves. Hit them with the Rouse. Yo. Winning the old clash with a Rouse. Interesting. Do I play Azalea for Nats or Riptide? I mean, I think Azalea's in a really good spot. Like, it just depends on, like, what you run into, right? Because I actually think Azalea's in a pretty good spot right now. So we're going to activate Tectonic Plating, and then we'll throw Spinal Crush for 11 here. It is well balanced in a vacuum, but from a Guardian perspective, it's much harder to play against. Gravy is well designed. They made Compass good, but also not a weapon, so that some classes that can struggle can destroy it. It's neat. I wish that Compass was easier to destroy. Like, honestly, like, I feel like I would almost rather be on, like, the Buckling Blow, like, Buckle plan than I like would on Batter to a Pulp. I don't know. Maybe that's just like me forgetting how hard it is to destroy equipment with those kind of cards. But it, like, I don't know. Like, Batter to a Pulp is like a fine card, and I own all the cards. Like, if I need to jam Batter to a Pulp, I can. I'd just be giving up some points into other matchups by cutting Sink Belows. Mostly like other Guardian matchups would be a big one. Put that Go Again on the bottom first. Hopefully we can see something pretty good here. So this is no Go Again, so this is just pumps all the way. which means I can go Rouse, Fuse here into Make a Surge, Throw the Crush the Week, Arsenal Cranial Crush. Seems fine to me. We can just take a bunch of life here. Where do I run Sync Belows? I run Sync Belows in like a few different matchups. Interesting. I run Sync Belows in a few different matchups, like anything that's like aggro based. It's good into Assassin. I like it in the Guardian Mirror. Those are all places that I think like it shines pretty well. There's an argument for us to Arsenal the Debilitate here instead of arsenaling the Cranial Crush. But I don't know. Like, Debilitate's good, but not that great. Destroying essential equipment should be hard, in my opinion. The only exception would be for Jarl because it's his entire gimmick. That's fair, Jay. Makes sense. I've seen people using Outed instead of Performance Bonus. What is Outed? I don't even know what that card is. Like, honestly. If it was easier to destroy Compass, Gravy would just play 3 Lead to Charges, 3 Sea Legs, and 3 Tip to Barkeep. I don't think it really answers the problem. I mean, I do agree that, like, it's not gonna, like, solve the problem for us, right? Like, just... Like, getting rid of the Compass doesn't, like, win you the game, in my opinion. Like, on the spot, it's not like the game just ends, in my opinion. I think that, like, there's a little bit more to it than that, but... Outed is a Go Again card from Outsiders. Outed is a generic head jab with no block, so it's just a 0 for 3 with Go Again. I mean, we're probably better off just playing Performance Bonus in the sideboard, right? So, like, do you guys think Performance Bonus is better, or do you guys think that Batter to a Pulp is better? Like, genuine question here. I think we're just taking this, right? I mean, we could say no blocks and, like, risk that. Like, if we block here, we're, like, basically saying that they're not going to throw anything else. But if we say no blocks here, we're giving ourselves an out to, like, block something else. Like, yeah, this is Codex into Command and Conquer. And, like, honestly, I kind of like blocking this here. So we get to block Buckling Blow and Spinal Crush, which is fine. We have the option of, like, blocking with a couple pieces of equipment. But I think that this is fine. And I can just create more Might tokens here. You think Batter to a Pulp is better? I would imagine the suspense announcements for 7-1 USA because of the month format. Yeah, so like it's for 7-1, like I'm assuming today, like July or tomorrow, I mean July the 1st, I'm assuming is what they wanted from that. Well, Swinging Hammer for 3 isn't great. But if we crack a gold and draw another red, like, what are we doing? We're just making a surge and passing? I could draw a card into a blue and throw this. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, there were no mites for this turn, so, like, it's not the end of the world, but it does feel pretty bad that we're just passing here. Like, back-to-back reds when there's 33 blues in our deck feels not super great, but, I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, there's always the chance of running into something like that. Your prayers have been answered. Your deck's not cooperating tonight? That's okay. I mean, yeah, like, that hand did not cooperate. You guys are not wrong, but that's okay. It's okay. We're working through it. Victor and I are building that love back up. Victor and I are working through some of our problems here. It doesn't win the game if you destroy the Compass, but it makes it a lot harder. I mean, yeah, like, it makes the Gravy, like, it makes Gravy have to, like, play very differently. I mean, we just have, like, Chokeslam for 16 plus a Surge for next turn, so I'm pretty content with, like, just playing this out here and seeing, like, what happens. Like, just, like, letting this ride. I know that technically we go back to 24 and we get marked again, but still an item they control. I mean, I can block 4 here and hope this isn't a pump. If it is a pump, there's always the world where we could give flexors here. Really don't want to give them a gold. We do have some pretty bad, I do have some pretty bad clash luck, but I mean, that's part of it, you know? Just part of it sometimes. So we get to throw Chokeslam for 12 here, which is pretty awesome. I like this feeling here. You should be allowed to play 2 different offhands. That would be weird. Suspense has to be Bard. I've been waiting for Bard since Yorick, and this is 100% them. I saw it in my dreams last night. Yo, Jay's like trying to like really pull it together here. If Suspended involves Dromai or Icelander, I'm selling all my gravy cards. I think there's a lot of people in that boat. No pun intended. I don't feel like Chris is playing around anything here. Feels like this is just us getting value off of this. We're going to take a card into Chris's hand. Any pumps he have won't work, so this feels pretty good. We are running a little low on equipment, but this feels okay. Can't gain power, right? So, I mean, that's pretty good. I think that's solid. We're going to have to hope that this isn't a 0 for 4. If it is, like, it's fine, but... Probably, maybe I'm supposed to give tech plating there. Just like if Chris doesn't have a follow-up, this is like, I was like, yeah. Then our turn's like super awkward. We're going to activate Surge, and then we're going to throw Cranial Crush for 8. Drawing cards doesn't really matter for Chris, so this isn't the end of the world. Watch it just be a new keyword for Guardians. I would be okay with that. It's like 12 noon there, maybe soon. But they said 7-1, right? Like, normally, like, when they say that kind of stuff, it's like, normally it's US time is kind of what I figured. It's what it feels like anyway. Maybe that's just me being, like, you know, an American who has, like, no insight into the rest of the world. But that's how it feels. Chris willing to take a bunch of damage there. I would love to be able to go Trounce. Because I could go Rouse into Golden Sun would be insane here. Absolutely insane. Yeah, the BNR was also 7-1. Oh, okay. So they, yeah, if that was 7-1, then they posted it earlier. I don't really want to give up a card out of my hand. And if it's a +3 here, we can get a lot of value this way. So we're going to go Gauntlets into Trounce. Winning into a Command & Conquer is awesome. Huh, interesting. I was expecting to have to give up the Flexors there. I mean, I guess I should have just blocked with the chess piece if that was the plan, because, like, it's +3 or whatever. We've seen... All right, so there's 1 Toxin left, right? Yeah, there's only 1 Tarantula Toxin left. This could be a bluff. I'm kind of thinking block 10 here. And then if they do something else, we can just give up the Flexors here is kind of what this feels like. I don't know if this is correct or not, but... I did win a clash. We can do it from time to time. Take up the Mantles +3. Razor's Edge is +3. Like, there's a lot of things that are +3 here, and like we just get to throw... We get to make a new Surge off of our Might token, or our Vigor token, I mean. And then we get to throw the Golden Sun for 11 overpower, which could get blocked out, like, can get blocked pretty significantly here. Defense reactions from Chris. There could also be, like, you know, like just reaction cards that he can throw in front of this. But I think just coming in for 11 feels pretty clean here. Your hand was fine even if they took 1 card. It was, but I was more concerned about saving life there, Dave, than I was anything else. Because, like, if they took my entire hand, it's unfortunate, but it's fine, I think. And so, like, if I'm willing to give up my hand there, and then just kind of like play into something else, like I think that's okay, right? Try to do something with this clash here. Yeah, I'll target myself. We hit a test of strength. I mean, it feels bad. Like, we're supposed to reclash there every time. And they know we have the test of strength on top. Yeah, that sucks. We can't even, like, flexors here to save that. That's unfortunate. I mean, there's no way to Golden Sun plus Pummel, right? Like, even with the red, it wasn't really doable. Like, it was... Like, yeah, we didn't have a way to play it. So, like, if we win the Trounce, we have a pretty decent way to, like, go Golden Sun plus Pummel, which feels pretty good. But I think right here, I'm pretty willing to just, like, take whatever they're doing. Unless it's just, like, backbreaking Codex at the end of the turn. But we're going to go to 16 and say Marked here, which is fine. Leave no witnesses is 4 damage in a card. Like, I'm so okay with this. We're going to fall down to 12, lose a Macho Grande. Chris gets no silver. Our Surge pops. We're just going to attempt to end the game by giving up our last gold token here, coming in for 10 overpower. I mean, very easily, I was like, yeah, it could be blocked. Like, yeah, there's already 2 reactions on the chain. I don't think Chris needs to give up both Tunic and Flick Knives here. I think Chris is very, very, like, oh, yeah, see, God, that's insane. We just get 2, did we just get 2 of those out of there? Honestly, not complaining at all. Chris only takes 1, but he's in pummel range, and he has 1 card in hand. So I think overall that turn cycle benefited us. Yeah, this is pretty solid. This is looking pretty good. Pitch Riches of Tropaldani. Ooh, Goldmane Estate seems pretty extra medium here. Pretty extra schmedium. Extra schmedium here. Ten is like the magic number unless it's just a nick. Yeah, I was not playing around just a nick there just a minute ago, Annabelle, for sure. I mean, like, if they have just a nick there, that on the turn cycle where I blocked with 3 cards and chess piece, I'm giving up Rouse to Flexors. Even though there's only 2 left in my deck and one of them's in my hand, I'm still going to give it up just to save some life there. Actually, you know what? I might not if that's the case. I don't know. Chris said, hello, darkness, my old friend. That's funny. I just saw that he said that. I was like, I'm assuming this is going to clear the finish line here. I'm assuming this will clear the finish line. We played 2 pummels this game. Chris said if you had it, you had it. I mean, I think that's like how that plays out, right? Like, I think that's how it goes. Is that like at the end of the game, like if I have the pummel, I have the pummel. Like that is the unfortunate situation of being against Guardian late in the game. It's just kind of how it goes. Like when they have it and you're at that life total, it's just kind of where it's at. We did get a win. Pummel closed it out. Tech plating felt good with blocks and surges. I'm trying to think of like what else really went our way. Chris had an awkward hand the turn I did nothing, and he couldn't take tempo back. Because that was a turn where like we were up on life already, and so like I was pretty content with just like blocking, or like not blocking, I mean, and just like taking a bunch of damage and then trying to play offense with our next hand, which was a lot better. So that was just kind of how that lined up there. I'm kind of hoping we get another gravy game tonight. Like if there's one over here, I'll probably join it, to be honest, just because like I want to play against Gravy Bones. I want to play against the hard matchups. I want to figure out what's working and what's not working. Like, do I need Batter to a Pulp in my sideboard? We can definitely like move around some cards in the sideboard here. Okay, so playing this matchup again, this seems fine. We're going to run the exact same thing we did. It's going to be Chokeslam, Crush the Weak, and we're going to be on Sink Below. We have a very easy sideboard when it comes to our Assassin matches. So, like, it's very easy to just bring in the good cards and just leave the cards in the sideboard that don't really do anything. We are going second this time around. I would like to try and keep the Spinal Crush if I can. I'm gonna Greed Monster just a little bit here, and I'm gonna play the Sink Below. I don't like giving up the Sink Below on turn 0, but I think it's the best thing we can do because this is just gonna be pass. And then even if we draw back-to-back reds, we can still throw Spinal Crush here. I think just throwing Spinal is fine. Like, this is just a good place to start. I could definitely play, I could definitely use a Verdance game after this, Annabelle. I want to try my new sideboard plan and see how it works. Okay, Rose, yeah, if you can play gravy games later, for sure. Absolutely. But yeah, Annabelle, if you want to play a game after this, for sure. Like, I definitely need a Verdance game. I want to try my new strategy and see how it feels in the matchup. And see if it's any good with what we're looking at here. I mean, I don't want to have to like block the Command and Conquer. So like, I hate losing our cards here, but I think that we just kind of have to take like, nah, I think we're supposed to block. If they come over the top of something, that's fine. They're going to flick. I mean, they're getting rid of 1 dagger now, so it's not the best thing in the world, but they got rid of 2 blues, which is like fine. So we could draw into something pretty impactful here. We're going to lead on this. Drawing into a Trounce definitely feels awkward here. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to throw the Command and Conquer, and I'm going to represent the Pummel. Very unlikely that I have it here, but we'll see what they do. Blocking turns on more reactions. I mean, yeah, but we had a hand that wanted to block, right? Like, I definitely hear what you're saying, but like that hand wanted to block. It was like super awkward, so like I think we needed to there. Don't like blocking versus Slippy unless you have to. I mean, I hear, like, sure, but, like, we're playing Guardian. We're going to block. We need to block. It's the world we live in. I think it's, like, a necessary evil. They have an Art of Desire Body on top of their deck. Bonds of Attraction is fine. Like, yeah. Like, I mean, again, like, to Annabelle's point here, they are actually just like they've hit us with back-to-back of these things, where they've hit us with back-to-back. They just wanted to give us a Pox token and take a Ponder. They've hit us with back-to-back reactions. They hit us with a red Shred they had arsenaled, and then they hit us with the Tarantula Toxin, which had no text unless we gave them that power. So, like, Annabelle makes a good point that, like, that is a very, very relevant thing that we, like, gave up the ability to do there. So we're going to make a surge. We're going to come in like this. This is going to be 11 go again into Crush the Weak. What Guardian blocks? Liam, I don't know if we're playing the same Guardians, bro. I don't know if we're playing the same Guardians. We could represent Pummel with Tech Plating, but we didn't have a good card to arsenal, and I think I'm like more content just arsenaling the Cranial Crush here than I am like just like keeping the Intellect penalty in my hand. Maybe that's wrong of me. I don't know. Hope we get lots of people playing Victor. I bet you do, John. I bet you do. Bet you miss seeing those Clash cards, huh, buddy? Bet you miss seeing those cards. KO was always one of the most frustrating matchups to Clash into. I mean, we have 3 reds in our hand. Over 50% of our deck is blue. You love to see it, thank God. And we're immediately rewarded for being patient. We do have a surge, right? Yeah, so we can throw Chokeslam. So we took 3. Lost Arouse the Ancients to be able to throw a Chokeslam. I mean, there's a world where like maybe they're trying to fatigue us here, but I don't think that's a reliable world for them. I just don't think that's a reliable world. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Just doesn't seem like they can fatigue us very reasonably. So they're on sinks and shelters in this matchup, which they're playing against Guardian. They need reacts. We've done a good job of hanging on to a lot of our equipment. We need like a bigger turn to get going here. We're going to block with a Tesla Strength because like it's just super good value. Yo, stonks. Stonks, 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 stonks. That's insane. I consider losing Arsenal there. Yeah, like I think a lot of people would say that like it's not good to have the Cranial Crush in our arsenal. And like I hear you. This is definitely a world. We've seen one Justinic already. If I block Golden Sun, Tech Plating, Gauntlets, what does our hand look like? Like, what does their turn look like? Justinic plus these two is 9. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're blocking one short, but we do have the ability to use flexors if we want to. I don't want to lose the gold main estate here is the problem. Maybe we just call their bluff and just play whatever happens. Yep. So no matter, like, I would have had to have blocked with Golden Sun and 3 pieces of equipment to hang on to that. And I just don't know that that's correct. I just don't think I was ever going to block 9 to play around it. They're going to take the Golden Suns or the Gold Main Estates out of our hand. I'm assuming Gold Main Estates, yeah. So there's only 2 left in our deck, but I still think it's the best thing they can get rid of here. All right, so we'll crack a gold to come in for 10. It's perfectly fine. Being down 5 here is a little awkward, but getting rid of the Gold Main Estates was worth there. I just don't think we could block here. The hard part though, Bell, is that you don't know if the Slippy is on Shred or not. It's pretty split between decks only running the yellow Shred instead of Spike. The red Shred is not something I see a lot. I will say that. They could have blocked more, and the fact that they didn't scares me. Okay, blocking there saves us at least 1 extra life. I mean, I think at a certain point, we've got to, like, try and get rid of some stuff here. Like, block a little bit to just try and, like, swing the turn our way. Yeah, they're going to flick at us. That's going to put us down to 13. But unless they have another reaction, we are staying on the positive side of this turn cycle. We have the Golden Sun. We might as well just throw it. I don't think there's a reason to consider doing anything else here. I think Bonds and Slippy specifically is an issue. I mean, if you're talking about for us, I'm inclined to agree with you. Because I think those are some of like the more like powerful things that like Slippy can be doing. Is like throwing Bonds early is very scary. I mean, I guess we can just try to go for the 3rd Golden Sun here. I think this is like we're not blocking this. Flick Knives puts us to 12. Take up the mantle gives this something else. Oh shit, are we just dead? I always never consider dying to this card. I mean, if we die here, like, we died from 12. The odds of them going +9 Like, Take Up the Mantle is like one of the only cards that does this, so probably should play a little bit more carefully here and just block with Chokeslam. Okay, so they didn't have an extra reaction to actually do this with. The fact that they've banished 2 pummels and all of our gold mana states has been very bad. All right, we're blocking pretty aggressively the rest of the game. Nick wouldn't have killed us there because it was a red, right? It was a red double trouble. So, like, just a Nick wouldn't have mattered there, right, Chris? I think this is fine, and then we can just Golden Sun. Oh, if he swapped into bonds? Sure. Sure. No, that makes a lot of sense. I agree. I'll probably be pretty aggressively just blocking with equipment next turn. Like, just jamming equipment in front of the first thing that we can get a hold of next turn is probably what we're going to be doing. There's also, like, 2 shelters and 2 sinks we haven't seen yet, which kind of scares me. New is gone, thank God. They're just happy going to 2 and playing this out. Okay, sure. I think this is fine. Okay, so we're at least at 2. We are at least at 2. Are there any clashes left? Like, if we used all of our clashes, there should be a couple left, right? So yeah, there's quite a few left. We've seen 1 trounce and 1 test of strength, and that's it. Wow. 8 turns, we've seen 1 test. Man, I'm just a little surprised by that. Yep, so we go to 2 here. We're just over blocking a little bit, just playing it safe here. And then it's going to be make a surge and come in for 7. Maybe I'm not supposed to overblock on the, I don't know, on the last attack there. Toxin? There's 1 Toxin left in the deck that it could be. Are there any Kiss of Deaths left, or is that all of them? I'm pretty sure that's all 3 of them, right? Yeah, so that's all the Kiss of Deaths. Now, we've not seen any codexes so far, so, like, codex is pretty, like, backbreaking for us. Just willing to go to 1 here? Sure. All right, trounce feels good. So if they have 2 buffs here, like, we're probably just never beating it, right? Being it 2. I mean, the arsenal does protect us from codex a little bit, yeah, for sure. And we're also planning on getting an extra card, so maybe we just block like this. We need this one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did not have a good feeling about that, but I will take it. Orb Weaver Spinneret into Codex. So they're gonna come in with something for 7. I cannot let this hit at all. We have a Surge and a Vigor token. Wait, why is this only for 6? Are we supposed to crack a gold here? They said I keep making misplays. That's funny. I could have killed you this turn if you don't have shelter. Well, I mean, that's good to know. It's good to know, right? Hey, what's up, Brett? Well, maybe lock in Victor. Victor was the first deck I ever got LL points on. And honestly, I'm tired of waffling, so I just made a decision, and that's that. Can we throw this? What does blue-blue look like for us? If I draw a card pitching this, I'll have 2 floating, and then if I draw a good arsenal, I can arsenal something else. I mean, insane. Oh, man. This has been a crazy game. So that Flick Knives puts us to 1 off the Chelicera here, off the graphing calculator. They had lethal. Yeah, in my head, it was 7 for some reason. Ignore the kiss, me not forgetting about the kiss of death. Basic math here. If they just codex first play for kiss and then tunic dagger throw kiss, oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, getting 3 cards and being able to arsenal the codex is pretty impactful here. Or I'm sorry, being able to arsenal the sink below is pretty impactful here. Red Shred kills me, right? Well, no, I have this as protection, the sink below. Winning with the Crush the Weak is pretty big. That puts us to 1. Well, I don't like this because 7 does not take enough cards, but I don't think we have another option at this point. I think this is just the best thing we have. We are threatening the third pummel, the third pummel here that we're not playing in our deck, but we are threatening it technically. Hey, let's go. With the love of my life, with 22 months of big support, baby. Thank you so much, Carly. The best wife in the whole world. The best wife in the whole world. Not a doubt about it. And if you're questioning it, get the hell out of the chat because you're not welcome here. Uh-oh. Well, I think that's going to do it. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well played, opponent. Our opponent could have won the turn a game earlier, but like that was just one of those turns. I don't know. That was unfortunate. They said they like my streams. It's super nice of them. I appreciate that. I wonder, like, well, I think one of the bigger issues that we had throughout the course of the game is that through 8 turns, we only drew 2 Clash cards, which is kind of awkward. But like outside of that, I probably should have looked for a spot to have Quick Dodge Flexors get more value early on in the game. Because if I get more value out of Flexors, I'm able to keep a better life total lead. And then from there, I'm not able to, like, I'm not in such an awkward spot. Like from there, like I can utilize the life total lead and like I'm probably more ahead. So I think I didn't utilize the Flexors enough. I died with equipment in play, which means you did not use your equipment correctly, which is a big thing. Need to look for spots to use Flexors more. Died to flick with it on board. Could have had more life. So Flexors is a little different because you do actively have to like utilize it and make sure that you're using it, but it was one of those things that like I should have been looking for more in that game. Got all my cards together for Singapore. Now we have to come invade your armory? Dude, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I love it. Carly with the lifetime subscription? Dude, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, so I think not looking for the equipment value there was a little bit rough. I will say, like, it's definitely going to be... We're getting back into the swing of things with Victor. Annabelle, are you around, and do you care to play Verdance into me one time? Carly is the GOAT? Dude, facts. Big facts. When he starts with a dagger, 3 chains blocking is okay. Yeah, if I have like adequate blues there, I actually agree with you, Fluid. I agree with you that if I have more than 1 blue in hand, I'm probably just supposed to give it up the first time. I'm probably just supposed to give it up the first time that happens. Yep. Let's see. TCG Bell. There's Annabelle. I don't know why I didn't just like scroll down, like use my eyes to look down. I was like just messaging Annabelle earlier this afternoon when she was telling me that my deck decisions are that I'm like a fucking roller coaster because I can't decide what I'm going to play. But we're locked in. How long are you in Singapore? I think we want to go second here, right? I think. Annabelle, best of luck to you. Let's hang on one second. Let me sideboard first, and then we'll talk about it. This is what we're going to try, and then I got to look to make sure, but I think it's here, 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 and here. I got to look to make sure that this is what I want to try tonight, but I think this is the plan. Verdance. We are not on Crust a Week. We're not on Sync Below. We're not on Trounce. And we're on Big Hammer and AB3. By the way, just want to say, I do think you misplayed that Bonds turn terribly. Because 3 + 2 + 2, then Flexors covers all options. So Annabelle's saying that instead of just saying no blocks, if I give 1 card, shield, and I give chess piece, I can use Flexors. Let me get value out of Flexors there as well. Yeah, no, I like her. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. What she's saying makes sense for sure. No, we're not. There's no for now. We're locked in for Singapore. I'm playing Victor. That's it. No changes. No changes. How long are you? So we leave on Tuesday. So we leave on Tuesday the 15th, I think. And then we fly out that following Monday. So we land in Singapore Thursday morning at like 8 a.m. or something, like local Singapore time. And then we're there all weekend and we fly out Monday. Have you seen the New Zealand Sync Below promos? They are really cool. My man said I'm about to make some questionable decisions. LOL. How many crash downs are you on? I'm not on any crash downs. I'm not on any crash downs, Spin Dog. Yo, dude, are you going to be in Singapore, Spin Dog? Dude, let's do it. Let's hang out. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, we draw into a respite very early here. No way to make the Golden Sun work, which is a little awkward, but we do have some Clash cards in here, so I think it's okay. Yeah, so the problem is that, like, it's 16 hours on a plane for me, so I spend almost a full day in the air getting to Singapore. And then from there, we have a couple of smaller flights to get back home. So the problem for me is that, like, I really, really have to, like, line it up that way. I'm assuming the Golden Sun's just better for later, so we'll just block like this. It's a very short turnaround window for us to go to Singapore and hang out and then turn around and come home for sure. Just throwing Spinal Crush here is fine. If we kept one of the blues, we could make a Surge, but I don't know. I think Arsenaling the Respite's a good place to be at. It is a little early to have one in Arsenal, but we'll probably just look to get value out of the first one any way that we can, and then just kind of go from there. I'm from the Philippines, so we're basically neighbors. Oh, yeah, so your trip's just a little bit shorter than mine, Dodge. Just a little bit shorter than mine. Golden Sun on the bottom first. Well, drawing into the second Oasis Respite's definitely not what I had in mind. I will tell you that. Actually, are we supposed to block here with the Zealous Belting? We're blocking one less, but we're giving ourselves a potential to win a clash and then make this. So We'll throw up QA Burn Bear. I don't know what QA means. Will you go to Montreal in September? Probably not. Probably not, Saxaboom, just because of like all the traveling that like we're doing. There's just a lot of traveling going on. I think we're supposed to block here, I guess. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Toss? How are you, buddy? Yeah, we'll just block 7. We'll save the tech plating for something else. Winning into a blue is pretty good. It's definitely not like the best thing in the world, but it's fine, right? Do we want to give ourselves an intellect penalty, or do we just want to set up the... I mean, I can pressure with 5 here, or I can just throw the hammer. Like, giving ourselves an intellect penalty doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world at this point in time, just to have go again for next turn, but I think we're just supposed to swing hammer for 4. We could, like, threaten the pummel here, but I don't know. Feels weird. I don't like that. Yeah, the hands are a little weird. I'm curious to know if Annabelle makes a comment about me pitching Oasis Respite here. I mean, she knows it's in the list, so like... Bad at spelling? I meant he will throw Burn Bear eventually. Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Burn Bear will crash the boards at some point. Absolutely. Yeah, I know, right? Just throwing 4 might be like the worst thing in the world here. We're gonna go Respite, and then we're gonna go like this first. Well, this isn't felling. I think this is where we're supposed to really utilize the okay. So we're now in like trying to get back to like pitch stack desperation. Am I just supposed to throw 8 here? I think we can just take 3 and throw 8. Getting rid of both of the respites, and like that was one of the concerns, is that like if we arsenal one super early and then we draw one like that, we're just in a weird spot to plow under, which is awkward. Because I'm on tech plating, does this game go to fatigue? I really hope not. That's never the goal of this game, but sometimes it's just the world we're in. I think we're just gonna like block, right? Like we're just gonna block 9 and arsenal the pummel here. I kind of hate to block with everything here, but I think that's just gonna be the plan. These decomposes are curving the F out. LOL. I mean, I could block 6 and then throw E-Strike for 7, but I would like to set up the pummel and arsenal if I can. I think we're just gonna block. I think we're just going to block 9. I want to try and strand some cards in her hand to keep my life total up here. Should you play Oasis in response to the plow? I'd probably just rather have it, right? Like having it in the deck might be better. Now, clearing one out could be fine. I don't know. Maybe that is the answer. Drawing back-to-back pummels feels so bad. These draws are not coming together very efficiently this evening. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. The draws are just not coming together right now. Having to block with one of the pummels is never where we want to be. We're just going to come in for 7. Apply pressure where we can. Annabelle's hero ability is not turned on yet, but whenever she gets it turned on, we'll be in a weird spot. I was thinking because you just pitched one, now you got 2 slammed together. That is, I mean, yes, that is a very, very big concern, Dave. Is a very big concern, is that we are just going to like have them jam together, and that could either be game saving or it could cost us the game. So we'll just see what happens here. Okay, so back to 33. I think we're taking 2. If this is the felling, we're in a bad spot. Healing potion. Okay, so this lined up pretty well for us overall. So we're going to come in like this. We're going to play the pummel, and then we're going to swing the Anothos here. Hopefully they mind warp us. I always hate Rouse and Guardians. Hey, what's up, Babar? Why do you hate Rouse? Like, I'm open to talk about it. I'm just curious to know why you hate it. The pummel here feels pretty good. We've already blocked with one, and I think we put one to the bottom earlier. No. We specifically arsenaled it. And we're just going to get aggressive. If we can start pressuring Annabelle early, that's going to be good for us. Annabelle's just willing to fall down to 21. Probably some more life gain nonsense, I'm sure. We're going to go Cranial, then Zealous. Okay. I mean, this is fine. We'll put the Macho Grande on the bottom because it could be a card to help us close out the game. And then I'm going to block 7, and I'm going to keep a card. So we're going to put this on the bottom. We're going to block like this. I'm willing to take 1 here. Hopefully we win the clash. We do win with a wallop, which is pretty good. It's actually very awkward having the wallop here, right? It's actually very, very awkward having the wallop here. I do not want to give up the golds because the golds are very relevant to our golden suns, which there are 2 of left. God, I did not want to sort my graveyard. It's actually very, very weird. Are we just supposed to throw this? Like, we can throw this for 5? Hey, Dalton, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you on Victor. All is right now. Yo, dude, Randy, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it, man. I definitely got some work to do before Singapore. We gotta start getting some reps in. Like, like winning with this is actually super weird here. Fuck it. Oh boy. Well, that's not good. Send Wallop, like, it's not a, like, it's probably the best thing we have to do, right? Which, like, is just sad in my opinion, because I never want to be sending Wallop. I am going to skip my arsenal here. All right. Put the Command and Conquer on the bottom. Seems fine. I don't want to skip through my blocking phase. I think we'll keep this in our hand. I'm happy to just take 1 here. Winning with a chokeslam is baller as shit. What a W. You love to see it. Just crash the boards for 8. What a win. What a win. Yo, Venus, Drew. How about that? Any thoughts on Batter to a Pulp in the Gravy matchup? I'm specifically not playing Batter to a Pulp tonight because I want to see if we can beat Gravy without it. We did lose to Gravy as our first game tonight. But I do know that Gravy, or that Batter to a Pulp, is very good. And if I need to, I will make room in the sideboard for it. For Singapore if I need to. I would like to be able to beat it without Batter to a Pulp, but if I need to, I'll go back to it. It's a 2-block that really wants you to take a lot of damage to play 7 Go Again and then maybe have a follow-up. What made you decide to stick with the Horseman? Dalton, honestly, I was tired of waffling. I was going back and forth. I was waffling a lot, and I was just tired of it. I was just super sick of waffling and just like playing this like really back and forth, like, should I do this? Should I do that? And so I just decided that I'm going to play a deck that I love, I enjoy playing, and I'm going to play a deck that I think has a pretty good matchup spread across a lot of the heroes with a couple of pretty unfavored matchups, and we're going to try and figure them out. That is the plan. Gonna be able to Waning Moon me? Probably not, right? So like I can take 2 here to go E-Strike for 7. That was just a misplay, right? I guess Annabelle wanted the life is what she's thinking. Because in my head, I'm thinking, okay, like, it's probably better for Annabelle to just, like, throw the waning moon at me. But it makes sense that she wanted the life there to, like, keep herself alive. Yo, what's up, Vajith? Yeah, so, is it worth its price? I mean, if you want to be gravy and you're playing Guardian, probably, right? Probably. But I don't know. I mean, only time will tell. What's up, Vajith? How are you, brother? It was also because of the new Beach Victor card, right, aggro? Jay sees right through me. Jay sees right through me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the Beach promos. They're cool. I am very excited to have that kit. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna pitch to block the arcane here. Annabelle is like setting up and doing her thing here, which is scary, but I think we just have to keep applying pressure. This is probably the best use of the last tunic we have, of the last of the pummel in our deck. So the golden pony, that's right. That's right. Yeah, batter just kills compass is why we play it. I'm newer to the Guardian class, and I see so many builds with Tunic and not tech plating. I get why to help pay for Pummel and Sledge, but which do you prefer and why? So Rhett, I've been on Tunic for a long time. Tunic is great inside of the Guardian builds. I'm playing Tectonic Plating because for anybody who does not know, I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. There was a gentleman, Liam Holden, it was explained to me, Liam Holden, champion of the people, lost his win in to top 8 at UK Nets. And so I am trying he was on tech plating only, and we're trying that because of something that he was playing and trying. That is where we're at, and that's why I'm trying what I'm trying right now. Also, yo, let's go. Vajith coming a member of Big Support. Yo, let's go, Vajith. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Vajith. It means a lot. Yeah, we'll let Annabelle undo here. That's fine. I've got the official Fab YouTube on a second browser just to check. I believe. Suspense was set for 7-2, I think. And then it's amping 3, so this is going to be for 4. I can take 2 to play my Goldmane Estate out and try to get value here. I think that's worth, right? Or like maybe I'm just supposed to like try and keep life up. Maybe that's like the whole objective is just to keep our life available to us. That's actually incredibly awkward, right? That's actually super awkward. I mean, I guess technically I could just leave this in my hand as something else to do next turn. We have the mites, and like having the riches of Triple Donny could be pretty good. Australians here, LMAO, so our dates are all cooked. That's funny. Hey, what's up, Eric? Victor's good. We're trying to get back into the rhythm right now. We're trying to get back into the rhythm. I kind of want to crack a gold. There's what? One more Goldmane Estate? We have 2 Golden Suns left. I'm going to crack a gold. See what we find. This is 8. Drawing Riches of Triple Donny is actually pretty awkward here. But I think just coming in for 8 is fine. That's what? 1 Rampant Growth? So there's 2 more in the deck. I mean, Annabelle's probably just setting up for like massive combo here. Pyre, I played Kasai. I played Kasai for 3 days straight. And when I say 3 days straight, please keep in mind, I mean, I'm telling you that Saturday, and you can ask like Trent and like Wally and like Drew, like I woke up at 9 a.m. I played Kasai until 2:30 in the afternoon, took a break for 2 hours to hang out with Carly and eat, and then I played Kasai until 10 o'clock at night on Saturday. I played so much Kasai this weekend, and when I tell you that the deck just was not fun to me, I was just not enjoying it. I was genuinely just not enjoying the deck. Sadly. Because I think the deck's good. I I want to play something I'm going to enjoy, and it's not Kasai. So that's kind of where I'm at. I am definitely a grinder. Yeah, it was a lot of Kasai. I think I played 22 games of Kasai on Saturday, and I think I played 19 games of Syndra on Sunday. I think I played 22 games on Saturday, and I think I played 24 games. Because if I'm counting correctly, I played 19 games of Syndra. I played 3 games of Acilio, and I played 3 games of Victor. Have I tested Gravy? No. If I'm being honest, I hate heroes that play to the board. I just don't like them. I played OG Prism a little bit because I like playing Genesis and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I hate Gravy Bones, if I'm being honest. I just don't like decks that play to the board. Like, it's just not something I enjoy. I think Gravy Bones is a great deck, and somebody's going to come with some really cool tech and do really well with Gravy Bones in Singapore. Undoubtedly. It's just not going to be me. Have you tried Viserai? You know what? Actually, Nathan might be onto something. I've heard Viserai is not bad. It's my understanding that, like, you know, Viserai has a lot of those things called living legend points. Love that Heavy Hitters is getting new life with Riches and Sea Legs. Yeah, it's actually really cool. What are the issues you see with Syndra? Every time I play it, I just feel like I'm handicapping myself. Which I know is, like, kind of ironic because a lot of people have said that to me about playing Victor. But, like, every time I play it, I just... Annabelle asked if we could go back. If you don't like Viserai, Briar is pretty cool too. I played Briar. Yeah, I pitched like this. I played Briar when I started playing the game, when I knew, like, absolutely nothing about how Flesh and Blood worked. Wait, what? There we go. Okay, that's weird. I actually played Briar when I started playing Flesh and Blood, and it was when I knew almost nothing about the game. Almost nothing. Annabelle not clearing out her sink below is hilarious. That cracks me up. Yeah, when I played Briar, like when I started playing Flesh and Blood, I knew almost nothing about the game. Do we want to greed? I think we're going to try and greed a little bit. So if we draw a card off the gold, which is probably like a decent play for us, and we draw blue, we get to chokeslam for 11. If we draw red, we get to hammer for 9, which was always the plan. Was not really the answer I was looking for, but was kind of like a neither. The Nats wins are what we call a new meta fluke. Yo, what? Syndra is hot dog water? I actually agree with Aaron very much so. I've been doing a lot of testing with Syndra, and like I think playing Syndra is a trap right now. I think you get eaten alive by Hatch's Dory. I think you act like Axe's Dory. I think you get eaten alive by Kasai. You struggle into like all the Guardian matchups. Like it's winnable, but you struggle. Gravy Bones is not even remotely as free as like Twitter would lead you to believe. I just don't think Syndra's in a good spot. Like honestly, it's amazing to me that Syndra keeps winning. Or that she keeps doing well, like top 8ing events, because like she's not winning anything. Like she's not good, in my opinion. I don't know. Have you tried Hatchet's Viserai? Yo, dude, Nathan is cooking, bro. What do you think about Acilio? I think Acilio is the best deck in the format that I need to commit more time to. I think Acilio is insane. Like, on God, for real, I think Acilio is insane. Make a surge and throw this, or do we throw the Command and Conquer? I kind of want to throw the Command and Conquer. Because it forces cards. But Command and Conquer for 9, solid, right? I don't know. Acilio versus Victor. Yo, Aggro Blaze versus Spin Dog in the finals. Dude, I would love that, man. Like, I gotta tell you, like, Spin Dog is one of those people that, like, Ethan, like, Mansant speaks very highly of. I've never had a chance to meet Spin Dog, but I really want to. Like, plus all the shit he posts on Twitter fucking takes me out because I think it's hilarious. Like, absolutely takes me out. How many Plow Unders have we seen? How many Plow Unders have we seen? All 3. Okay, so our Respite's safe. We know we have another one in the next hand, but, like, our Respite's safe for the rest of the game. So, like, we can just keep pitching this one that we have, and we'll be okay. Oh, wow, man. Did I pitch stack a hand of all time right there? Did I pitch stack a hand of all time right there? Sheesh. I mean, is there a world where, like, this is insane because we have double respite here? Our battle will be legendary. I remember when you posted that gift of that. It was awesome. Ethan has a good judge of character. I don't know Ethan that well, but Ethan's always been, like, really nice to me, and I like Ethan. He seems like a fantastic pillar of the community is what I would say. Like, if Ethan likes you, it's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Okay? I mean, Annabelle just needed to, like, play this differently, which is fine. Like, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I want her to play the best game possible because I want to know if this works. I want to know if this works. Josh, you're a good person. You a little obnoxious sometimes, but you a good person. Hey, what's up, Val? Cool combo. What if it did 9 damage? I mean, yeah, exactly. Sigil is actually tech from Liam Holden at UK Nats. Living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Yeah. I mean, I think from here, like, this is just value town for us, right? The deck is really strong. Could you elaborate more why you don't think it's good now? Okay, hang on. After this, we'll sit down and we'll talk about this because I actually have a really, like, in-depth thought about this. I have a very in-depth thought about this, and, like, we'll sit down and talk about it, and then I'll probably take a break. I think I have to play them now, right? I think we have to play them now, right? Is how this works. I don't know what I'm targeting here. Like, am I doing this right? Why do I only have... I don't know if I'm doing this right. What's happening? So, like, is this good or not? Oh, wait. Hang on. I think I know where I fucked this up. Prevent the next 4 damage. Man, there's so many prompts on Talishar now. There's so many prompts on Talishar now. I didn't realize she was gaining life. I didn't... Well, I mean, to be fair, like, it's good for me to learn the technicalities of the game like this, I think. I actually think that learning the game through Talishar is not bad because it teaches you the exact moments when you can do things. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Talishar is not bad, guys. Come on. Talishar is a great thing for the community and for the game. Talishar is fantastic. Okay. So with this on the stack, choose a hero to grant respite. Me, I'm guessing, is what we have to do here. What the hell am I supposed to choose? I'm assuming it's this, right? I'm assuming it's this. We're down to 15. Annabelle's going to go to 24, and I'm going to go to 14. Okay, we're at 14, and there's 0 copies of Rampant Growth and Life left in the deck. Can we kill her? Like, is there... Like, we have to just win the game from here. We're going to put Macho on the bottom. No, I lied. We're going to put Cranial Crush on the bottom. So it did work. So we're going to put Cranial on the bottom, and we're just going to block 8. Like, I have 0 interest in taking damage the rest of the game. I am currently up. Annabelle has 16 cards, and I have 23. We just need to stay alive. Now, granted, these one card out of their deck, 3 card out of mine will lose us the game. But I just blocked the wrong way. I definitely wanted to keep the Command and Conquer and just arsenal it here. But I also think this is fine, right? Just swing for 4. Because there's like 1 Burn Bear left in her deck. There's 0 Burn Bears left. I don't think she has the damage to kill me. As long as we play this out. Crack gold, send 6? We could. I just don't think there's a reason to, right? Like, we should save our golds for the last 2 Golden Suns. I know we have 1 more than we need, but I also think there's 1 more gold main estate, right? No, there's not. There's no more gold main estate, so you are correct. We should just crack 1 gold and try to just send 6 here. And I am a material girl. Hey, hey, oh my god. Some luck, dude. Us pitching those, I was going to try and sing that, and then like my brain just like stopped working. I don't think we make a surge here, right? Like, we don't need to make a surge. And like, we could be like saving life and doing things. Because, like, the Emeritus Scolding is 9 damage, which puts us to 5. And I think I would rather just, like, save the life if I can. There are 0 copies of Rampant Brew. There's no copies of Rampant Growth, and then there's 1 copy of Everbloom Life left in the deck. Choose an action card? How could this cook us? These are instants. They can't amp with this. Yeah, so they have 1. I mean, they could, like, put something back into the deck, but not enough, right? If you had 1 Oasis and it was a blue, you'd still be at 12? Oh, really? So if I had 1 Oasis and a blue, I'd be at 12 right now? I'd still feel pretty comfortable about being at 12, to be honest. Like, that doesn't feel that bad to me here. Yeah, see, this is great because I'm going to pitch to the riches. And if they want to, like, do action-y stuff, they have to wait until this resolves and I draw. Okay? Yeah. I just pitch into Surge Swing Hammer for 6, then Arsenal Disable. Okay. I don't hate that. They're playing Wand because if they load up Aethertide into us and we are on Arcane Compliance, we just stuff their combo. So I don't think decks are ever able to play that into us. I don't think decks are ever able to play that. We're going to pitch the Macho here. If I do have to block with something, which is possible, I want to be able to block with, like, these blues I don't want. I'd rather keep the Macho in my deck. We're just hammering the rest of the game. Ooh, what action are they going to get back? I mean, they have to show it to us. Like, just feels like they have to, like in the rules of the text of the rules here. Felling of the Crown? I mean, Felling's fine. Come in for 6 instead of 4. Seems good. We'll just get aggressive here. Annabelle has the life to take a little bit of this here. I mean, Felling's fine, right? Because if they ever throw Felling, if Annabelle throws Felling at us, we're just going to put a card in the bottom and block with 3 cards. Like, it does not matter what they do. That's the plan. I refuse to take any more life this game if I can help it. And plus, like, these cards like Shelter and Sink and stuff like that, they do nothing for Annabelle at this point. It's just delaying the inevitable. We just have to make sure we don't die. And, like, we've gotten through the big turn. I have to make sure we can stay alive. Like, is there ever a world I'm just supposed to pummel this for damage, or am I just supposed to save the pummel for disruption? This game was won a long time ago. See, we say stuff like that, and that could be true, Shadow, but when it comes to matchups like this, I never count your eggs before they hatch, or count your chickens before? No, count your eggs before they hatch? I don't know, like, insert whatever my grandma says. My grandma says some shit like that, bro. So you have to reliably send 6 every turn? I mean, sure. Like, sending 6 every turn is fine. Oh, yeah, I agree. Like, actually having the Oasis like that was crazy. It was crazy work, actually having double Oasis like that. Underground, my god. We're just gonna pummel this. Actually, I lied. We're just gonna go... No, I want to pummel this, right? Because, like, I want to get the value here. Grandma Blaze 46 is very wise. Yo, my grandma is very wise. My grandma is very wise. My grandma is a great woman. My grandma has done more than I care to admit for me. Honestly, all of my grandmas have. All of my grandmas have been like absolutely amazing in my life. So huge shout out to grandmas and being awesome. Felling is the next hand, right? I mean, it probably is the next hand, but like I just want to play this when I can, right? And being at this high a life total, like all the cards out of Annabelle's deck we can take are just super important. So Emeritus Scolding puts us to 11. Waning Moon puts us to 8. There's one more Emeritus Scolding. Pummel gets a card out of Annabelle's hand. I meant to click Golden Sun to put it on the bottom first, but I don't know if I did. There's no more instant speed shenanigans, so I'm just going to swing 8 here. I am going to skip my arsenal. I'd rather just keep the blue in my hand. I love this because we just get a card here. Can't play on your turn anymore. Yeah, so I think that since we got through that, this should give us a win, right? That's also what I was thinking, Jay, is that this should get us a win right here. We're just going to swing the hammer for 6, and then we're going to set up to throw the macho next turn. I mean, obviously, like, unless the next, like, this turn's felling, which is probably what it is. So maybe I'm just supposed to throw 8, but, like, I'm okay with just taking a turn off for the felling here. Yep, I'm so okay with this. So yeah, we're going to put the Golden Sun on the bottom here. Golden Sun goes to the bottom. We block 8. So if we had had the blue, I'm telling Annabelle that I have to use the bathroom. So I'm going to hit no and I'm going to leave and I'll send her a new game here. But yeah, so actually winning that game is crazy. Annabelle did say she made a mistake. And I'm more than happy to play another game against Verdance. Like, honestly, like, playing the matchup is, like, good practice I need. We played Verdance. We went second. We did get the win. Double Oasis on the combo turn let us stay at double digits to close out the game through fatigue. Oasis and a blue would have kept us at 12 instead of 14. So we were 2 life higher than we would have been if we'd have just had an Oasis and a blue, Dave said, which means that if we actually wait, like if we wait right there and like, or like if we just have the blue, I mean, then we're 2 life lower and we ended the game at 8. So we would have ended the game at 6. So that's good. What made me hop off Syndra? Honestly, I just think she's a trap, Kevin. I just think she's a trap right now. Just think she's a big trap. Hey, let's go, dude. Hey, it's Maracuja. Let's go, dude. Thank you for the 3 months of Prime support, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, Maracuja. Hey, thanks for the Grammy game earlier. Want to go again with the pulping? So I'm trying to play without pulping right now, Maracuja. If I'm being honest, I'm trying to play without pulping right now in the deck to see, or batter to a pulp, to see if I can win without it. And then if I need to go back to it, I'll cut something like Sink Below to go back to it is kind of my thought process. But I'm definitely down to play. I don't know. I told Annabelle we'd play another one after this. So if we have enough time after that Verdance game, then yeah, absolutely. But I do have like, I need to get off at actually 10. Hang on, Annabelle. I told somebody I would explain something about Syndra, and then I'm going to use the bathroom, and then I'm down to play again if you're still going to be around. Yeah. All right. So somebody asked a little bit earlier why I was hopping off Syndra and why I thought Syndra was bad in the meta. I think Syndra is very, very linear. And while I think she plays her role in the game, like she plays her role in the metagame, I don't think that she's like impactfully good like an aggro deck should be. So like, let's talk about Aurora for a minute. I know that Aurora is a pretty like bad example because she like giga high rolled everything and she was like, you know, LL'd in 6 months. But Aurora had this like massive impact on the metagame. She was awkward to block. She made it kind of weird by like, you know, having to like play around like arcane damage and like a combo turn with Arc Lightning and Flicker. She also just had some really good cards in Channel Lightning Valley. So she was this awkward deck that you had to like really fumble your way around and try to figure out how to play it against it like pretty consistently. But Syndra is not as complex in my opinion. Once you play a few games of Syndra, like when you're playing as Syndra, when you learn how to play the deck, you learn how to play against the deck. Knowing how to block Syndra and like how to analyze their hand and saying, oh, you can't activate Mask Momentum this turn. Like if I block here, I'm just going to shut your turn down and like you can't get Mask Momentum. So there's a lot of value in playing and saying something like that. But like, I don't know. Like I think that Syndra is just very easy to beat right now in the metagame, and that kind of scares me. The fact that Syndra is just so easy to like kind of like block and play around, and like the fact that she doesn't offer any like kind of major massive disruption, and I know she has a few good cards, but I think that Syndra just kind of falls short. Syndra gets eaten alive by all of the value warriors. She's pretty short into like Jarl and Victor. I don't think she has that good of a gravy matchup. Like I think that Syndra just kind of falls short, and so because of that, I'm stepping away from Syndra for the time being. So that's my 2 cents. Take it for what you want. That's just kind of where I'm at right now with what's going on. So anyway, that's that. Okay. You know what? I feel like that'll be a really good short later for people to watch who missed the stream. So we're gonna timestamp this with my sticky notes. I'm running out of my sticky notes here. We are 2 hours and 10 minutes into the stream. We're just gonna write Syndra so I'll remember what that is, and I'll make that for later this week. But what I am gonna do, I am gonna run and use the bathroom really quick. So we're gonna take like a 2-minute break here, and when I come back, we're gonna be playing more Victor. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. If I can find the be right back screen as you guys awkwardly stare at me fumbling through this. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water. That was not water.
Oh, here, have some water.
I was lied to. The lies. Yo, only 4 cups? Listen at this man. That is 4 full cups, Cusco. This fucking guy, bro. This fucking guy. What? Rookie numbers? Bro, Cusco's out here. Look, this motherfucker's just sitting over there with a pot of sauce going, oh yeah, I'm stirring that shit up, baby. I'm stirring it up. Oh my God, we're going crazy tonight. This is as close as I'm ever going to get to going Super Saiyan right now. So I just need you all to know how, like, back-to-back Command and Conquer Pummel turns in back-to-back games. And you know what? Just like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not fucking leaving. That's right. This is the kind of content we're looking for right here. The fab tutorials that blow your mind. Blow your mind. The recipe is literally just vodka and Sprite and some Mio. You know, the water flavoring things. You know, like the little like squirt. You like squirt the little water in. You squirt the little juice in the water, and then it's like, oh, num. This is so good. That's what it is. That's the secret sauce. I just crammed them all in my mouth. My God, this hand is dog water. Absolute dog water. I lied. You definitely did. It's your friends. Okay, short break, and we are back. Annabelle, are you still hanging out, and would you like a game? Yo, guys, by the way, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling tonight. Remember, if you're new, you're here for the first time, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. What's your name? what got you into Flesh and Blood, and what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Even if this is your first time in the stream and you never answered those questions, throw them in the chat. I'd love to learn more about you guys. We'll give it a second here to see if Annabelle's still hanging out. If she is, we'll get another game in. I also know it's super late for Annabelle. So if she left and she had to go to bed, we will try to find a gravy game, because I'd like to play another gravy game tonight too. You're totally new. Your follow date might say so, Josh, but I doubt it. All right, Annabelle's still here? All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can run it back. Also, Annabelle, at some point, like, if you don't care, do you care to just send me, like, where you said you made a mistake? I'm curious to know, like, what happened. So I'd like to learn more about, like, where your mistake was, if you don't care to send it to me at some point. No rush. With your thoughts on Syndra, what would you suggest someone who prefers to play aggro? Playing aggro, talking to people in the community, this is very limited, like, personal knowledge, but this is just talking to people who I know are good in the community and, like, have a lot of reps and practice right now. I've heard a few people say that Dio is really good right now. So Dio seems to be a pretty popular aggro deck and, like, you know, kind of rising up in the ranks right now. And then also, I've heard people say that they really like Ira with the new Armory deck, depending on, you know, what she looks like and what she can possibly do. That Ira looks like she's going to be pretty good. No Crush the Weak, no Sinks, no Trounces. Let's do it. This is exactly what we want. We'll see how this matchup goes. Dude, I mean, go for it, Josh. You unfollow all the time, bro. I've got a gravy game for you, if she isn't up. Okay. No, I was like, Annabelle's back. I appreciate it, though. I do appreciate it, though. So we're just going to block like this. Hopefully we'll get a win on the Clash here. We win with a Cranial Crush. Winning that gold early is very important, so that always feels good. I think I'm a pretty big fan of just throwing Disable, as we can, like, offer some, like, disruption. I was like, if we draw into a hand that allows us to. Throwing the Arsenal the Oasis Respite can be, like, moderately awkward at times, but I can't prove that. I mean, there's got to be a way for me to prove that, right, Josh? Like, come on, dude. There's got to be a way for me to prove that, bro. Honestly, if you like aggro, try out Mario. He has a strong aggro race feel to him alongside a disruption. You can also play Azalea. So Azalea is a good deck, but I don't know that, like, I would call Azalea an aggro deck. She's more like a mid-rangey, like, I mean, I guess she can be very aggressive. So, I don't know. Maybe just ignore me on that one. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. All right. I have a clip of you saying I was right. Yeah, well, don't hold your breath, Josh. Don't hold your breath. This hand is not worth keeping all of this. I think this is fine to just go ahead and let this go. And then from here, we'll look to just throw Hammer on our turn, which is fine. Like, we have tech plating to block with when we need to, but what I'm thinking and what I would like to do is I like the idea of saving tech plating for a turn when we want to keep 2 cards, so that we have the ability to put a card on the bottom. Or I'm sorry, we want to keep a card instead of just blocking it out, so that we can go put a card on the bottom, block 2 cards in tech plating, and then take 1 or take nothing. Play Puffin and figure the deck out for you and me. I mean, Puffin seems cool to me. If I hadn't spent all that money on the what's it called, the Victor package thing, or like the pool party package, I did spend all the money on that. So I think we're just gonna block like this and take 1. I know that I just talked about saving this, but I want to be able to, like, I think I want to keep Goldmane Estates in the deck, right? They're powerful cards. I know that we're not going to generate any mites here, but that second gold's really powerful. As much as I want to, we can't. As much as I want to, we can't. I would love to figure out Puffin. I buy the deck for you, you give me the Kasai. It's that easy. Oh, yo, it's that easy, huh? It's that easy. But yeah, I mean, I spent, like, Carly and I spent a lot of money traveling so far this year. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I love traveling the world. and like, you know, seeing like the world and stuff is amazing, and so I'm super happy to be doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I've spent a lot of money doing that kind of stuff, and so I'm trying to stay away from spending money if I can help it right now. Interesting hand. We're probably not going to be able to Arsenal this. Arsenal the Respite here? Probably not. I mean, putting them back to back is never good. Like, I don't want to go for that again. That does not feel like the correct play to me. I mean, we could put Chokeslam on the bottom, play the Respite to gain a life, and then we could block one. It's a little clunky, and we don't do anything on our turn. So we're going to put this on the bottom, I think. No, we just pitched one of these, so we want to put the Buckling Blow on the bottom. We're going to block with the Chokeslam. Yeah, so we're going to block with Chokeslam, and then I'm just going to play the Respite here. I think I'm okay with just, like, taking the value from this. Now, don't get me wrong, this is also one of those situations where, like, just being able to, like, you know, have Tunic would be better here, but am I going to Philly? Yes, 100%. I will be in Philly. I've never been to Worlds before, and I really want to go to Worlds. So I will be going to this one. I'm 1000% willing to take 2 here. This is fine. Taking 2 is so okay here because this is such a power hand. We get to go 5 go again into Command and Conquer Pummel, which is insane. The worst thing for Puffin / Marlin players is that Gravy release strong, so all pros went to figure about instead of trying to get him 80 for them. I mean, that's fair. Very valid, right? It's a very valid thing to say. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I've pretty telegraphed my play here. I mean, you could block that in Stonewall Gauntlet. I'm actually just super okay with this, right? Because this is like one of those turn cycles where like we're getting what we want here. We're getting 3 cards. We have 2 tests of strengths left, but like winning these clashes is never guaranteed. I think we're just supposed to play the Chokeslam and pummel it, right? As weird as that sounds. I think we're just supposed to like lean into this and try to go for it here. Yo, you're gonna be at Philly? Dude, let's go, Carl. That's awesome, man. Blaze is being financially responsible. I'm trying. It's hard when they just keep coming out with all this fun shit I like to buy. They just keep coming out with these cards that are cool and that I enjoy playing. And like, honestly, I'm probably still going to build Kasai. It'll be a little while, but I'm probably going to build Kasai before the year's over with because I want to have all of the Beach Party heroes built, which is really cool. I personally think that's freaking awesome. They can decompose here. It's like if Annabelle wants to, she can get rid of her felling. Okay. So Pummel gets rid of a card. Her attacks are not able to gain power. So there's 1 plow on her left, and Annabelle pitched it like, I don't know, 6 cards ago. Yikes. It's a lot of arcane damage. We're just going to come in like this for 6. I'm going to go Zealous Buckling Spinal in my pitch stack here. I'm doing the same thing you are minus Victor. Yo, Rose, just join me. Build Victor with me. Actually, if like you want to build Victor cheap, I have a complete... this is no joke. I have a non-foil Victor deck completely together that I've never sold or moved because I bought like my Victor deck is foiled out completely. Minus Tectonic Plating. I need a foil Tech Plating. Yo, Himmel, if you're watching this, hook your boy up. I need a foil Tech Plating. Himmel's like, I'll take your money. No problem, Zach. I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, Himmel's great. He hooks me up with cards all the time. We're gonna make a new surge and just throw choke slam for 8. So like we're kind of into that rhythm of the game where we want to be here. Talk to him at Battle Hard in Houston. I wasn't at Houston, but I believe he was there. Himmel's everywhere, bro. I'm an illusionist at heart. Oh no. We lost last game, yeah? No, dude. Spin Dog, bro. We had double respite on her combo turn and like went to 14 when it was all over with. And we calculated, Dave calculated that if we had had a blue instead of the other respite, we would have went down to 12. Oh, you talked to him? Oh, okay, nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, Himmel's really cool. I like talking to Himmel. He's a really chill guy. Himmel's really chill. While Annabelle's deciding how she's going to block, I'm going to fill out our log here for this next game. Verdance. Did we go second this game? We did go second because I blocked the Autumn's Touch with a Test of Strength on turn 0. Yo, let's go. Dub with those 12 months of that tier 1 support. Dude, let's go. My man, thank you. Dub, thank you for the 12 months, brother. I appreciate it, man. It means a whole bunch. I appreciate it so much. What up, homeboy? We horse gaming for Singapore? Yes, we are. Officially, no take backsies, no changeies. We're playing Victor at Singapore. Uh-oh. It's a little awkward. Our pitch stack's not going to be great because of the way these blues have lined up. I sadly think we have to take this one. So we're going to have to take 3 total arcane here, I think. What was put on the bottom of the deck? Oh, wait, she hasn't put something on the bottom of the deck. Felling? Plow? Felling? Arcane spell? Probably Burn Bear, if I had to guess. Plays Victor, round 1 Teklo-Vossen. Felling of the Crown. And then... I mean, I think we just have to commit to taking this, sadly. I think that's just where we're at, dude.
You love to see it.
Yo, Jacob J, thank you for that sub on YouTube. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate you being here and chilling. Ugh, falling under 25 sucks. But Jacob, thank you so much for the sub and being here. I appreciate it a whole bunch. Guys, if you are here for the first time or you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I'd love to get to know you guys in the chat. Also, if you're here for the first time, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all those buttons in front of you. It goes a long way in helping out the channel and helping me out. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is fine. Winning into a choke slam feels pretty good. I think we can just block like this. Actually, am I supposed to block with the choke slam here? I need blues here, I think. I need blues. I think I need blues for second cycle. Keep the life total up in any way that we can. I think we were at 29 when Annabelle comboed the last time. So, yeah, because it was for 22. We blocked 8 and then 1 arcane. So we blocked 9 and we took 13. So we were at 27. Okay. Himmel is also handsome. Himmel's pretty cool, dude. Treasure cards are hard to find. What treasure cards do you need, Rose? If you'll shoot me a message on Discord, we can talk about which cards you need. I have a bunch of them I haven't done anything with. So we're going to draw a card here. We're going to put this on the bottom for go again. And then it's going to be Command and Conquer Pummel. Yeah, like, I'm happy to help you out. I'm happy to hook you up. A Bunnings snag is legit just a hot dog with bread instead of a bun? Yo, what? I don't even know what that means, Drew. Yo, you're like hitting me with some sauce right now, bro. Don't un-Australian our food, Drew. It's a snag. Don't un-Australian our food, Drew. What a statement. Gets rid of a shelter, and we get a Rubon Carapace here. I think we're still at a point in time where there's no need for, like, at the point where we're at right now, this is normally where I start playing wrong and I start playing overzealously. Like, I start playing with a lot of, like, I just play really poorly from here normally. And this is where I start saying, oh, we can take some damage. We can take some damage. That's fine. We'll take some damage here. And I don't think that's correct. Like, I absolutely 110% think we're just supposed to, like, play this the way, like, this out. And I think we're just supposed to block 3 here. Like, staying as high as we can is where I want to be. I just want to make sure that we're staying high on life here. The higher we can stay, the better off we're going to be. Now, like, we could die this game. Like, you know, every game's different. You never know what's going to happen or how, like, you could win or lose a game. Because honestly, I was super ecstatic that we won last game, but this game could be very different. So, like, right here, I'm going to block 8 and Arsenal the Pummel. That's exactly what we're going to do. You got to read Boosting's intro. Yo, wait, what? I'm Spencer. My favorite hot dog toppings are never had a hot dog, but I never had a Bunning snag with onion and tomato. But I have had a Bunning snag with onion and tomato sauce. And I think the Monarch Bloodstacks got me into the game. Smashed my dad with Leviah. He was on Prism. Yo, dude, let's go. I have no idea what a Bunning snag is, bro. I absolutely have no idea what a Bunning snag is. Like, genuinely don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a hot dog based on Drew's comment. Is there a deck list? Exclamation point deck, casual. Exclamation point deck. We'll show you the deck list. I have the link to the Furberry deck anytime you guys would like it. Yeah, Drew said it's just a hot dog. Is that accurate? We're just going to overpitch here. Am I just dead at instant speed here? Oh, no? Okay. Oh, okay. So a lot of defense reactions. Okay. Imagine a hot dog, but instead of a bun, it's a slice of Wonder Bread. I mean, that just sounds like just sounds like you don't have hot dog buns. Which, I mean, like, you know, no judgment, but like what? But like what? Annabelle's setting up for a massive combo. We're just going to try and, like, put this in our arsenal here. I almost want to play this one as well. I know it's, like, super greed monster of me, but, like, I think playing this one is honestly not a bad call. Because it makes a shitload of mites this turn, right? Or, like, for next turn. I have no idea if that's correct or not. I mean, 9 mites for next turn is crazy, right? Like a hot dog cooked on a Barbie, and it's kind of got thick, shriveled skin and really good. This is very awkward explanation, I'm not going to lie. I can't decide between Gravy and Verdance. I love both, and I'm trying to see what gets more mileage and will have more future proofing. Are you talking about, like, what to build, Matt? Like, moving forward, you mean? Come to Australia and we'll take you to Bunnings. Have a proper Aussie Arvo. Are we just making up words? I'm kidding. Like, kind of. Like, but are we just making up words? Like, what is an Aussie Arvo? And, like, is this real life? Okay, we have 4 blues, which is kind of how we want this to line up. So we were totally baited. Hit with like the bait and switch right here. What if we take 5 to 19? I know that like we're like kind of going against what I said, but at the same time, is there ever a world we can pass up 9 mite to 9 mites? Australians have the best accent. I mean, Australians do have a cool accent. They do. I mean, this is just 13. And like I don't think we can die at instant speed. So like Annabelle has to block here. Good day, mate. Blazing for 300, bro. Spin Dog, if we ever get a chance to play, even if you're not playing like Blazing, like whatever it's called, Blazing Leaf, whatever it's called. Even if you're not playing Kano, you 100% have permission to just say Blazing for 300, mate, right before you killed me, because I think it'd be hilarious. D-React incoming? Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense, makes sense. Australians have an evil version of my accent. What is your accent, Dub? I think sent you the stuff I need. Okay, I'll look through it. Really disciplined to save the Oasis. I think we have to hang on to it. Like, I think having the second one is our only chance at winning. I don't think the Surge is going to matter next turn, right? Actually, I lied. The Surge could matter. Going down to 16 scares me. How many Burn Bears are left? There's a Burn Bear left in the deck. There's one Felling, which doesn't scare me that much. Like, Felling's not that scary when you learn how to play around it against this deck. Felling's more scary in Florian. Pulsing Ether Life. So there's no copies of Pulsing Ether Life. And there's one copy of Burn Bear left. Now that does scare me. Burn Bear could kill us out of nowhere. I'm from New Zealand. Do like Australians and like New Zealanders have like a thing? Took Acilio to a 5K tournament and made top 4. Yo, Master, that's awesome, bro. Congrats, man. That's awesome. I love that for you, brother. I love that for you. Shelter? Sure. This is going to be really awkward because I think this is going to be like the super awkward. It's not as bad as I thought. Oh, she cracked healing potion. Gotcha. So is this like combo? Are we like, is Annabelle going to try and pop off here? Kind of wish we had more blues in hand, to be honest. I'm going to pitch the red here to try and bait her into like doing something that like we might not die to. Did you see how my Battle Harden went? I did not see how your Battle Harden went. How did it go? I think I put a red after this. Actually, it doesn't matter. We're just pitching all of this, right? Just trying to keep life up as much as we can. Did they get Plume back? They did. Or they use Plume to get rampant growth in life. So this amps 8. This amps 8. We have to play... We're going to respite ourselves here. We're going to target the waning moon. We fall down to 4, and then we're going to go to 3. And so now we're just dead to the last, we're dead to the last, I can't remember what it's called, Burn Bear at this point. I mean, if it's the last felling, we're just like super screwed here. I think we have to block like this. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Annabelle played this game very well. All right, so we were able to win the one before that, but not this one. I mean, to be fair, if I'm winning half of my Verdance games, that feels pretty good to me. I definitely feel like I have the matchup on like lockdown better. Like I feel a lot better about the matchup right now than I did the other day. Just winning one, honestly, is like super okay with me. Like winning one of these games is like a step that we're going in the right direction. So it went very well. Yo, how'd you do at the Battle Harden? Did you like win? Did you win, dude? That would be dope. 50% Verdance on a Guardian is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, for sure, Joey. I agree. Yo, let's go. Havoc with those 7 months of Prime support. Yo, Zach, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Hope you're doing well, dude. My man said Victor in all caps, dude. I love it, brother. I love it. Oh, man. That was a good one. That was a good one. Annabelle gave us the business right there. Let's see. I'm supposed to do something at 10:30. Does anybody want to play a gravy game into me before we end the night? I'd like to try and play one more game. Maybe against the gravy would be good. Smaller combo paired with felling. Let's see. I don't really feel like it was a smaller combo. Combo turn into go again and felling closed it out. Annabelle pitch stacked well and was able to close it out. Yeah, because we only had the one respite there. So we weren't able to really protect as much as we wanted to. No World Tour weekly yet. Somebody poke Majin. LOL, that's hilarious. Somebody poke Majin. That's funny. Hey, yeah, Maracuja, we talked about it. We absolutely talked about it. Yo, you did win a Battle Harden? Bro, that's awesome, dude. Congrats, man. That is awesome. I love that. Maracuja, if you can, just shoot me a DM on Discord. Shoot me a message on Discord, and I'll shoot you a game for our gravy matchup really quick here. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Spin Dog, you should be. Makes great content. I actually am subscribed. 100%. 110%. I try to subscribe to like all the homies. I just like, you know, supporting other creators whenever I can. All right. Let's see. See, we have a pending friend request. That is a tech plating, Havoc. That is a tech plating. Your eyes do not deceive you. Got to greeting game one? Okay, I mean, that's fair. Like, I feel like that kind of stuff happens, right? Like, that makes sense. Met Spin Dog at the Calling at Christchurch. He gave me a little plastic coins. It was nice. Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. Let's see. We got a new friend request. Professor Maracuja. Here we go. All right, I'm shooting you the game right now, Maracuja. You're about to have the game in your inbox. In your inbox? God, why do I sound like I'm at work? Jesus. You guys know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. I've been trying it. I've been trying it to see how it feels. So we're going to try it just like we did earlier. We cut the trounces, which I don't know if that's correct or not. But we're doing... This is what I would do... So I think these cards are for sure. Do we want to keep the trounces in to try and like get mega value here? Allies do count as clashes. Thanks for knocking me to 5 with CNC Pummel on my D-React hand. Oh yeah, the CNC Pummel lined up well. Let's try it with the trounces. Let's try it with the trounces and see how it feels, because I have not tried it with trounces yet. I was like, I'm assuming that... Okay, what's happening here? There we go. Shoo! That was weird. All right, so we're playing against Gravy. We're going second, which is less than ideal, but it is what it is. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to see how this goes with us going second. I haven't played Fab in a month. The allies have power. They do. Well, I don't. We don't get to. I guess I should rephrase. We don't get to clash when we block the allies, but like the allies have power off the top of the deck to clash with, if that's what we're asking. Yeah, sorry. I think I misunderstood. I think I misunderstood what the question was here. I mean, this is pretty good. We get to just go again here. Actually, that's just wrong, right? Because it's better to throw less damage at this. We can get this off the board, and then we can just overpitch our trounce here, and we know that we'll have the value that we want for later. And then we just get to do this. And we'll just go trounce first. No, like, real disruption here, but we are pushing a little bit of damage this way.
Some biddies, you say.
Uh-oh, is that Trent coming in with a bit? Is that Trent coming in with a bit? Yo, Trent, thank you for the 1 bit, brother. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot, dude. Trent's also been, like, gifting subs, dude, the other day, like, while I was playing some of the scary games over the weekend with Carly. I don't think we're supposed to IP trounce, if I'm being honest. I don't think we're supposed to IP trounce there. Like, I know that we drew another one, so, like, obviously, like, I have a little bit of biased information. But I'm a firm believer that pitching the cards and just getting them into the deck is fine. Yo, what? Oh, okay. All right, here. All right, then. All right, then. We can just block. We don't clash because this is Anka. I mean, using the rum to put that into play feels like a W for us, I think. So what we're going to do, I think Anka has to go away. I think Anka is one of the ones we have to kill here. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know what you guys think about killing Anka in the chat. This is a pretty good hand. I really wish we had a clash here. Discarding the sea legs is very powerful. I think we'll just block 3. We can always block later if we need to. I agree. It's not what Gravy wants to run for sure. Yeah. Yeah, there's really cool animations. You need to win this game, aggro. I've got a friend who needs to learn the Gravy Victor matchup on the Victor end. Well, tell your friend not to worry. We are learning together, and when I learn it, I promise you I will let you all know. I am not someone to just, like, hide information. It's not who I am. They get, what, 6 of these? They get 6 rum tokens a game, basically? I mean, yeah, this one I'm taking. Like, this is fine. If they end on a Command and Conquer, it's going to be a little awkward. Or they're just going to, like, do insane stuff. Or they're just going to, like, pitch a blue and, like, discard a thing and make a gold. Oh, it's 2 blues. Interesting. Conqueror of the High Seas would also be kind of awkward here. I mean, Dead Threads to put this into play. You can't attack with it, but sure. I mean, I have to spend 2 cards to kill it, right? That does feel bad. Man, having to send 2 cards at this feels really bad. This is where we need to Crush the Week. If we had had, like, Crush the Week to send at this, if we could have went 5 at them into, like, Crush the Week at the Whaler, that would have been pretty good. This game has been going well, but we need to make sure that we're keeping up the pressure here. We haven't really had much of a chance to pressure them because like some of the allies that have been in play were forced to kill. But we want to just like keep focusing on like playing this out. Victor has to play Minesweeper for a few turns. I actually very much agree with that. Oh, they're about to make a second Gold Kiss Rum. Play Rum. Play one from hand. Yep, absolutely. Makes sense. Makes sense. This is one of the ones that we can try to ignore for a little bit, I think. I think that Rigor Mortis is like fine, but not great. So we're gonna block with Chokeslam here. Chokeslam is probably like the worst. Probably just like the worst one in our deck. So our Surge pops. We're going to create a new Surge. And then it's going to be 5 at them. And then I'm going to throw Command and Conquer at them. We're going to try and pressure them. If you donate gold, which you don't want to give to Victor... Oh, putting it back on the bottom of the deck? I mean, it does, yeah, but like they have to give us gold tokens. And the funny part is like they don't even like want to really give us gold tokens if they can help it. Discarding Whaler Humperdinck, okay. And then we're just going to try and force cards out of their hand. Now, from here, Maracuja may not care. No, Sag. That does allow us to pressure their life total, which is pretty good here. We'd like to see that quite a bit. If they put the Limpet Hopalong into play, I'm pretty content with just blocking with Cranial Crush and Spinal Crush, maybe? I would like to Arsenal the Spinal Crush, but the Command and Conquer is also a great card to Arsenal. I think we'll lead by blocking here. Like, we need to, like, make sure that we're keeping our life total up so that we can, like, turn the page, turn the corner. If this matchup is hard, I've seen people on Overload, Yellow Zealous, and even Blue Zealous. There's definitely more tech cards we could be playing. Definitely more tech cards we could be playing, Spindog. We're just not on them right now. If they attack with the Rigor Mortis, I think we'll block with the Spinal Crush. Now, again, we're letting some damage leak here, but I think we're like we have to let some damage leak to like try and play like the like clear the board in situations like this. And Limpet Hopalong is on the list of allies that have to die immediately, no questions asked. I mean, blow for a blow would be good in this situation. It just depends on how much we want to tech, right? Also, like, blow for a blow wouldn't have go again. I mean, I guess our turn cycle didn't have go again no matter what, but it could be good. Like, maybe that's better than batter to a pulp. I don't know. So they win off Whaler Humperdinck, and then we tie. So nothing happens here. This was one of my concerns with playing the Trounces in this matchup. What did they discard? Was it Humperdinck? No, it was Rigor Mortis. So they have a Humperdinck and a Rigor Mortis. Okay. I mean, we're actually just not able to kill the... I don't want to let them get a gold, so I think we're just going to block like this. We don't have a way. The only option we have is to, like, cycle away the Command and Conquer. We could block Command and Conquer. Honestly, we could block Crown, Tech Plating, and Gauntlets here. Cycle away the CNC, and if we draw into a blue, we have a way to kill the Humperdinck, which is pretty good, but... I just don't know, honestly.
Go. You love to see it.
Yo, Senior Precio? I really hope I said that right. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here, hanging out. It means a lot. Guys, if you're here for the first time, you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new, and they are, what's your name, what got you into Flesh and Blood, and what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself. I would love to get to know you guys more in the chat. So we can just take 6 here, and then we'll just attack them, I guess. Like, this is why we play Crown of Providence. It's for exactly stuff like this. And then they're going to attack us with Rigor Mortis. Yeah, their turn was 2, 6, 8, 6. I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, it was spelled out senior. Like, senior is spelled senior, so, like, I don't think it's the same, right? I agree, this matchup's not great from the Victor side, but I don't think it's as bad as everybody thinks it is. You guys have to remember, we're playing, like, very little gravy tech in our sideboard right now. Made 8 and 4 in my run in Brazil, Nats as a Cilio, and 5 and 1 in CC and 3-3 in draft, and it was my demise. Cilio's hot right now, you should give it another chance. Finish it 13th in the end. Yo, dude, Camarada, dude, congrats on finishing 13th. That's awesome. Like, super happy for you. That is awesome. I love to see that. Super glad to hear that you did well with the Cilio as well. I love that. Absolutely love that. Yo, let's go, Chris, with that 8 months of support. Chris, thank you so much for the 8 months, man. I really appreciate it. My man said, nay, mother. Yo, I love it, dude. I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. I mean, I think this is where we're supposed to use flexors, right? Like, I want to arsenal the pummel here. But maybe I'm supposed to, like, just be content with throwing E-Strike for 7 at something, but I don't think so. I think we're just going to pitch the Macho Grande here. And try to get value out of the flexors. Like, I think this is fine. It is technically supposed to be Senor, but I didn't know how to make the Anye. Okay, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Well, I apologize for mispronouncing your name, Trent. Good call. I'm happy to take my words back, dude. Trent was right the whole time. Am I running Batter to a Pulp? Pedro, we're intentionally not on Batter to a Pulp tonight. It is a very, very good sideboard card, but I'm intentionally not playing it tonight to see how the deck does when we're not running it in this matchup. Precio, I did get that right. Senor Precio. Cool, I like that name. I like Precio, that's fun. Okay, Gravy to probably try and turn on the hero ability here, I guess. I mean, we haven't seen a blue yet, so... Okay, there it is, Avaschi. See, like, all of these Pirate Ally cards are, like, super obnoxious because they're going to give it 2 on hits here, right? Third, Rigor Mortis. I think we're just going to have to be content with taking 4 on this one and then seeing what they throw after. Because I get the sense that they're going to hook this turn. Now they're definitely going to hook, right? I want to deny them the gold if I can. This is also going to, like, utilize a lot of our armor here and put us in a weird spot. Want to hear how cursed Aurora and I eat hot dogs? Yo, yes. I want to hear about... Oh, Precio. Precio. Okay, sorry, buddy. I'm just throwing your name all over the place, brother. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yes, absolutely. I want to hear, Tegan, how you and Aurora eat hot dogs. Absolutely, 100%. We're just going to come in for 7. Like, not being able to throw Disruption has been awkward. Like, the Spinals and stuff have not really lined up very well for us this game. And, like, they're just continuously able to generate Go again, which is, like, a real problem for us. I mean, like, I can't block this shit. Like, we can't block this. Now, I do really want to be able to pummel the Golden Sun. Like, if we're able to just win this clash and then overpower pummel, I'm not saying we're going to be able to win the game, but it's a good tempo swing for us. So I got it right, then I got it wrong. New favorite hot dog food as of this weekend is fried hot dogs is topping on rice with kimchi. That's interesting, Pockets. Also, Pockets, what's up, dude? I think Acilio is on the verge to become a real viable deck as people understand how to play it. Some matches are really great, gravy, any mid-range decks. Even Prism can be easy games with some luck. I mean, I feel like some of the new cards make it, like, pretty good, right? It's like, we need a little bit of luck here. That's exactly what we needed. We needed to win with a blue, and we needed it bad. Cut them down the middle lengthwise so they split, hand sear them, and put them in between regular bread. Yo, somebody was talking about eating hot dogs with regular bread earlier. I don't know what y'all are doing, but, like, y'all are throwing me for a loop when y'all talk about this nonsense. The hook is actually so bad for us, right? Like, the hook is actually so bad for us. Are we supposed to crack this? I don't think so, right? Like, we're just supposed to keep going at them, ignoring the rigor mortis like we talked about all game. I mean, I really wanted to, like, utilize the pummel there, and we had a good hand for it. All right, this hand is probably just going to be, like, keep riches and try to make something happen. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens this turn. Dipping lads, good luck with the testing. Yo, thanks for hanging out. Spin Dog, have a good night, man. Oh, bro, it's a snag and a slice of bread. Are you gonna ignore the triple rigors? Yes, I'm ignoring rigor mortis on purpose to see how it plays out. We're gonna take 3 here. We're just gonna take 3 and go to 13. So, who did we pay to test with us? Jody, what's up, dude? Paid nobody to test with me. Thankfully, I've just bought a little bit of, like, good, you know, value in the community, and people are nice enough to test with me. But yeah, I've not paid anybody to test with me yet. Not paid anybody yet. But we are in Victor for Singapore, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Now I want to get hot dogs somewhere on my lunch break. Yo, go get some hot dogs, man. Don't let anybody tell you how to live your life. Go get some hot dogs. I knew you would love that one. See, I love when people, like, I can immediately tell when someone comes in and they've watched the podcast because they immediately start saying something like that. Like, they always say something like that to me, and it's so funny to me. It is so funny to me. Makes me laugh every single time. I think we have to block this to protect our gold. If we get hit with, like, another, like, Command and Conquer boat, I think we just have to take the boat this time around. There is one more, right? I'm pretty sure there's another boat still out there. Yeah, this feels bad, but... Well, the problem here is that, one, we can't physically block this out, so we kind of have to take it. Oh, which gives them a gold. They can use their last card to attack us with Rigor Mortis here if they want to. Losing our pummel sucks. Like, we needed this. And, like, our opponents, like, Command and Conquer boats have lined up very well in the mid-game. They've went back-to-back boats on turn 8 and 9, which is very sad. This is the part of the game where we just kind of lose. I mean, yeah, we'll just do this. This allows us to make 3 might tokens, technically. You gotta be shitting me, bro. Drawing that feels really bad here. I mean, yeah, we're gonna kill the Limpet because we need them to not have go again. That feels really bad. That feels really bad. Hey, what's up, Dylan? I'm good, man. I'm good. Victor seems like a solid choice. Gravy's a very hard matchup, needs a lot of tech and figuring out. I do agree. There's definitely like a lot of tech to be figured out. And right now, I'm playing the matchup tonight specifically with like minimal tech to see if it works. Because I'm curious to know if we can make it work without a lot of tech. I think the answer is no, but... I mean, yeah, we just kind of have to block this. And I guess technically I could block with Crush the Weak, but like at minimum, they're going to throw Rigor Mortis at us. Does that go again on their next thing? Yeah, so we're just dead. So this is the problem. Like, this is why I think there are so few allies you can ignore. Like, I think there's so few allies you can ignore. And we're seeing the problem this game. I have, like, attacked them, tried to play the value game. We tried to play all the clashes this time around to see if we could get value. I think Trounce is a trap in this matchup. I don't think we're supposed to play Trounce. But, like, right here, we're just dead. And, like, yeah, like, just without any, like, massive tech or, like, anything, like, really good here, like, we're just seeing the, like, the real problem. So, like, right here, this statistic is what I want to point you to right here, like, in the middle of the screen. And I kind of wish that's not what I wanted. Shit. I wanted to open zoom it, but I don't have it turned on, I guess. So, like, right here, where it says total damage threatened 32, total damage dealt 30. Maracuja could not have, cared zero about what we were doing. Because all of our turns were just, like, blocking and sending one card here or there or something like that. And, like, the early game is where we have to find something good to get going. And I don't know what it looks like. Like, I don't think Outmuscle is the answer. I think we have a better chance of playing yellow Zealous Belting, and that is not a lie. I think we have a better chance of playing yellow Zealous Belting as extra go again. It's like our 12th go again card. So, I don't know. Ignoring the rigors gives too much value, I think. I agree. No, yo, Maracuja, GG's, man. You played that very well. I think you played that very well. I'm not getting suspense. Mad time, so I'm going to bed. Yo, Annabelle, I appreciate the testing tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good night. All right, so there are a couple, even though we finished the stream 2 and 4 tonight, there are some good takeaways from tonight. So let me log some notes here and we'll talk about the stream and then we'll probably wrap up for the night. Ignored Rigor Mortis all game and died to it with go again. Have to kill Rigor Mortis when it hits. So Rigor Mortis is one of those ones that we need to kill when it hits the board. So yeah, let's talk about the deck and let's talk about like some of my the choices and like things that we were trying tonight. So there are we went 2 and 4 tonight. We lost to Verdance. We beat a Verdance. We lost to Gravy twice, which is 4 games. We beat a Slippy and we lost to a Slippy. So those are our 6 games. Looking at the deck, I think we have to cut Trounces in the Gravy Bones matchup. I don't think it's going to work. I really like Tectonic Plating tonight. Tectonic Plating tonight and the extra blues. So blues 31 through 33 and Tectonic Plating were like perfect tonight. I think that is a prime direction for us to continue to move forward. Looking at our sideboard, AB3 and 2 Oasis Respites is good tech for Singapore. If nothing else, people might not be ready for that. So, I mean, to be fair, all my deck lists are public. You can find them anywhere. I don't hide my deck list. Like, I always show the AD I'm playing. But anyway. But, like, maybe we have to consider that, like, there's a world where we want to cut Sync Belows because we don't want Sync Belows in specific matchups, and we want to play we want to play yellow Zealous Belting in that spot. I don't know. Good gravies have evolved. I do believe that pulp is needed, but gravies have evolved to play Blood in the Water. Yeah, good gravy. I mean, people will continue to evolve, right? I agree. What about Scar for a Scar? So Annabelle had mentioned Blow for a Blow earlier. Now, like, that's some, like, serious crazy tech. Blow for a Blow is, like, hot tech, right? Because it gives us the ability to, like, have potential go again. We can 2-for-1 some allies, which is really powerful, and maybe that's where we need to be. Maybe that's what we try. I've stayed away from it because it feels like overkill, but I don't know what else we're doing here. There's also a world where you just don't care about Gravy and prepare for everything else. I mean, Gravy's going to be the #1 played deck in Singapore, right? So I don't know if I like that idea, but I hear what you're saying. I think our sideboard needs to be completely transformative to have a chance in this matchup, and even then I don't think it shifts the needle that much. Our key game plan of Clash is ineffective. His hook negates our goal to a certain degree, and we can't compete with his board state generation while pressuring him. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying that, like, Blow for a Blow is not great. I am trying to stay away from it because it feels like the desperation last piece of what we're looking for. Even though it is the best, I do agree. I think that Gravy and Verdance are like the best decks in the format, and I think Acilio is like a third sleeper best deck in the format. So I don't know. Like, the question is, like, if we start talking about, like, what are we going to cut to make that fit, we have to start looking at, like, probably Sink Below. E-Strike is too good on Go again, in my opinion. I think it's too important.
You love to see it.
Yo, Comics Juarez, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. Guys, if you're here for the first time or you're new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me about yourself in chat. I would love to get to know you guys. I think if we want to beat Gravy, we load Jarl. So I've won multiple games against Gravy without, like, playing the, like, Go Again package and playing Batter to a Pulp. Crush the Week is good. It's good into Syndra. So we have to ask ourselves, if we're cutting Sink Below and Crush the Week, there's a multitude of matchups that, like, those cards affect greatly. If we cut Sink Below, does Crush the Week get more value against Assassins and Syndra? I don't think we need that many points into Syndra, but I do think we need points into Mario and Slippy. Is Sink Below or Crush the Week better there? Probably Sink Below if I had to guess. So those are very heavy reaction decks. If we cut Crush the Week, or if we cut Sink Below, we're affecting Azalea, we're affecting Marlin, we're affecting the Guardian matchup. So yeah, it looks like cutting Crush the Week is probably the answer, just like talking it through. Randy says 100% Sync is better. It is stronger hate tech, but I play Zealous in too many other matchups, I think, Pockets, that we absolutely have to have it. What can you kill with Pulp into Assassins? Nothing. There's nothing you can kill. It has to not have a blocking value, and even against, like, Florian, for example, which is not very popular right now, which I think is, like, kind of weird. But, like, even if, like, against Florian, you can't get the well-grounded because it technically has a 0. It has a 0 value, right? And so, like, that's where it's kind of weird. Yo, Waterbug314. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out. We got those 3 same questions. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? What are your favorite hot dog toppings? Also, I don't know if your name is a reference to the movie Friday Night Lights, but they do call one of the running backs from Friday Night Lights the movie Waterbug. Comer Waterbug. It's what Booby calls him at the beginning of the movie. I don't know if that's your reference or if you just like the name, but anyway. So yeah, that's where I'm at. We'll probably try cutting Crush the Week and playing Blow for Blow to see what's better here. A lot of people seem to be on the mindset that Crush the Week is the worst card in our sideboard, which I don't disagree with entirely. The big win for tonight, when we talk about Victor, is that AB3, a Nothos, and 2 Respites does it. Now we have to figure out, are we better off playing Tectonic Plating, which, to be fair, did get 3 value for us, or are we better off slotting Tunic in and cutting the Pummel? Something to think about and something for us to talk about. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be playing Victor tomorrow night as well. Probably what the streams are going to look like over the next couple weeks is going to be Victor on Monday and Tuesday, drafting High Seas on Thursday to get ready for Singapore. So anyway, make sure you come back and hang out tomorrow night. It would mean a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb.